I'm going to be trying my best to ad-lib this whole thing in 9 minutes for a second. Consider this a bit of a disclaimer, if you will. Primarily because that this meme police started back in 2020. There is a reason why it got postponed after postponed and this pushback for so many years. I don't want this video to open any new possible doors or drama or just whatever. I just know that there was a lot of people out there that also had problems with this certain individual, and I know that this person was at one point pretty problematic. Whiskey, do you want to say hi to the camera? Or just rub your face against the microphone. That also works too. It has been pushed back further and further, almost year after year, to the point that I'm done, and I've kind of just forgot a lot of the dumbest details and whatnot that I had originally added into my little notes. I'm also going to make this very, very clear that the footage I'm about to show you was recorded years ago. I will show updates and timestamps or time cards at the very least to display when what year was shown, and I feel like that's very, very important. What I will also do is that I'll also jump in at times to add additional context, or if something is just irrelevant, or just to clarify a few things on what I mean. Because looking back at it now, some people may not understand what I'm trying to get at, or I just fully didn't explain it properly. So I'll also do that just in case. If I do a poor job at that, then I'm so sorry. I just know a lot of people have had issues with this particular person as well. And I was also involved in some really stupid drama for the most stupidest reason. I barely even knew who they were. In a perfect world, the meme police would have only been the YTP. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So without further ado, let's play it. Meme Police Episode 5, Zombeanie.
Hey, it's Beanie. Don't forget to like and subscribe to become part of the Hottie Squad. Oh my goodness. It's been a long few months. So much has happened, I don't even know where to begin. I guess I should talk about what's changed. I got a haircut and I think I look really cool with it. Then I got a piercing and a tattoo. I'll save pictures of my tattoo for a whole different video, but if you want to see them sooner, you should check out my Instagram and Twitter. The links are in the description. Oh, and you better join my Discord. It's really fun in there and you'll be missing out on a cool community if you...
Discretion is advised.
Hello, guys. Today, I'm going to be breaking into Walker Newton's frickin' mansion. His birthday is in 5 days. Let's go. Sneak up onto his house. Make sure no one catches me. He has very interesting, decor in this hallway that I made, by the way. I'm an artist, in case you didn't know. The only furniture he has is a couple of signs indicating what the rooms are, and oh my god, he's here, you guys. Wait, I think he's asleep. Wow, he doesn't even have a bed. All he has is toilet
We've got a lot to talk about, but I gotta start with this, because this is something I was actually on a talk radio show today, and they asked me about this. Why are people buying up toilet paper like there's no tomorrow?
Well, I think it's sort of basic, it's primal, it's something that people feel like they can control. It's sort of like what we call the psychology of scarcity. Like when you're in the mall and you see the Apple store and people sort of waiting around the corner, they feel like there's this panic, like I gotta have it,
and the man was asking for bread because he needed to be fed, and Jesus
so it's
said,
not the
all
feeling
you
that
need to do is ask,
toilet
and you
paper
shall
itself
receive.
is going to specifically
He is
help
trying
me
to use
with this.
Bible verses to get me to buy him Fortnite
We're not
skins.
gonna run out of toilet paper.
Hey, Walker. Get your booty up. Hello, good morning.
What is this?
I broke into your house.
But there's no doors! What are you talking about? You broke in! All you did was walk in! Ah!
Let's go with all the next chapter now. In that video, I showed a lot of clips.
Hey, you bad boys, look what I got. That's right. A fidget spinner. You know what that means? Instant revenue!
Hello everyone, Beanie here, and this video today is about something very serious. I am quitting Minecraft.
Skip it up and that up.
Hello everyone, Beanie here, and I am going to be telling you guys about my awesome and amazing Discord server. Oh my goodness. My Discord server,
Faithful Studios.
it's pretty great. It's for people who love games, my videos, people who like, you know, I hope you all consider joining it. And I hope you all enjoy it. And I'll see you all in the server. The link for it is in the description. So just go click on that. It's an auto invite. It doesn't expire. So if you're watching this like a year from now, 2020, 2019, just go on, you can still click it. I hope it'll work.
Actually, this server will expire. Join now. If it expires, tough luck, kid. Try again next year.
I hope you all join, and I'll see you all in the server. Bye!
Ugh, not again.
You need Bob's butt wipe! You gotta use Bob's butt wipe!
I am a skin designer and I work for the Minecraft marketplace. I enjoy making videos sometimes, and I'm not gonna force myself to upload if I'm not enjoying what I'm creating. I left a ton of series I was in because I didn't have the time to record and upload them. I'm gonna try to stay away from SMPs for now and severely limit the UHCs I participate in. Hey, I just wanted to make this video really quick because I keep getting lots of comments of people being very critical about why I don't upload often, and like, you know, so there's like a bunch of motorcycles racing outside my house right now. I waited like 30 seconds for them to like drive by, but they're just like out there, so I'm not gonna wait like I usually do when recording for them to go away. I went to many more Mine fairs, worked at my booth with Cleverlike, and hosted learning labs where kids can make their own Minecraft skins. It was really fun for me, but also a lot of work. Even though I have really bad anxiety, I manage it well, and it's gotten easier with each convention I attend. You all want to know why I was gone for so long, and well, it started because my PC broke. It was on its last legs for a while because I really beat it up. Also, it was like the size of a Wii, so I don't know what I expected.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot box.
I had a skin pack on the marketplace that did really well. Like, OMG. It was so crazy seeing my pack on the trending packs page. I couldn't believe it. I never in a million years thought that I'd be where I am today, and I owe it all to you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me, even when sometimes I take super long breaks from upload. My time away has made me realize a few things. Mostly, the limitations with how much I could work made me notice how much I was overworking myself. It really wasn't healthy, and I've consciously been making sure that I take breaks and look away from my screens. I've also been streaming on Twitch a little since I built Debbie, and I think you all should go check it out. Sometimes me and my friends are funny, but only sometimes. The link to that is also in the description.
I killed him. He also killed me. So, not the best. Honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna protect him more as well.
He's not even looking at his bed. Okay.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
Queen! Queen. You are my new...
I think this guy's lagging a lot. Ah!
We'll return after these messages.
Stevie Yes, Papa.
You know the rules, and so do I. Say goodbye. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I.
Cookie X Randy is funny as shit.
It is not funny. It's not funny at all.
It's fucking
It's
hilarious.
not.
Hashtag
It's
Cookie X
literally.
Randy.
It's literally.
No offense to all gays out there. No offense, but are you fucking gay for Randy or something? Do you like fucking rub your dick to him or something? Like, dude, chill.
What?
Like, he has a fucking wife, nigga. Get the fuck away from Randy.
What are you
Like,
talking about? What are you
Because you
talking
act
about?
You act as if you would fucking have a crush on Randy every time when someone mentions, oh, Cookie X Randy. And you're like this. Hey, stop it.
Okay, I'm out. If you're gonna act like this.
This portion of our show has been brought to you by
Hi guys, my name is Zombeanie, and today we are going to do a Hypixel game by myself because I've ghosted too many of my friends away. So, oh my gosh, guys, the market is off the top of the roof. I don't think you guys understand here. Like, the stock market has been insane. All right, it's been crazy. So, if you guys don't already know, me and the what the fuck is going on over there? What the? Okay. I don't think she cusses, but you know, I don't care. So me and the squad have been doing our own thing, you know. I've been forcing them from the closet to actually work on this project called the Kinky Kids. And I don't think you understand, but this is by far the biggest my dream has come true to this. It's by far crazy, and like I don't know how else to put this. Like, in perspective, this is a dream come true. And the fact that you guys made it worth it by just watching my videos simply by... Bitch, fucking land. So anyway, guys, the thing is off the roof. The stock market for my pack in the Minecraft market is off the roof. I don't think you guys understand. It's insane. It's like if you guys want to subscribe to my channel, please do. I make quality content. I also make live streams called that have. I'm pretty hip and cool. Ugh, I made that jump, guys. You guys are supposed to respect me. Oh my god, I'm lagging. I'm lagging. Oh my god, this man be lagging. Homie. As you guys can see, I am by far the best fucking PvPer. I killed that guy when he's lagging. Fuck you. He's actually, I don't think Zombeanie swears, but I don't give a shit. Okay. You're so trash, dude. I can't believe it. I'm being so toxic. This is so bad. So guys, watch me beat this guy, alright? Is somebody after the base I can fucking fight? Yeah. Watch me beat this guy. Alright guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's been such a delight time here. And I know I've been like very shadowing towards all my friends. I'm glad I at least have you guys. Okay, yeah, we're gonna end off here. What the fuck?
Oh my god, everyone. So, I'm so shook right now. I'm on Minecraft Windows 10 edition, and my skin pack has just been launched. You gotta make sure when you're looking. Ooh, is that it? No, that one is not it. Mine is not the Aquatic Adventurer skin pack. There was a name mix-up apparently, and someone has like the same name but with one letter difference. That is not me. That's not me. That is not me. This is mine. Aquatic Adventures by Cleverlike. Cleverlike's the company I work for. This is the skin pack I made. It says Aquatic Adventures by Zombeanie, and it has like a diver and a mermaid and some people on a ship and a snorkeler and a fisherman on it. So this one is the one you want to buy. So now I can create a rating for it. Rate this pack since I bought it 5 stars. Of course, 5 stars.
Bruh, it's your own pack. You just rated your own pack 5 stars. That's like liking your own YouTube video or liking your own tweets on Twitter.
Hello everyone! I'm Zombeanie. I'm going to be showing you guys some tips and tricks for creating an epic Minecraft
never
skin.
happen. And we'll get all cool and you'll be all like, whoa.
Before I start, I
and
want
then
to
we'll be all
say
in your
one quick little
And I'll
thing.
be all like,
Last year was a really rough year for me. I was actually in the hospital. I am getting to meet all you awesome people and doing this really cool presentation. So, yeah. So, a little bit about me. I've been creating Minecraft skins for 5 years. Later on, I started making Minecraft skin tutorials on YouTube, and a bunch of people followed me for that. People like my skins so much that I decided to start commissioning skins for people, and I've sold hundreds throughout the years.
Zombeanie.
you know what? He just left.
Minecraft skins are really easy to make. There's a lot of these really easy softwares to use. There's the Skindex, MC Skin 3D, Seusscraft, and Nova Skin, just to like name a few. This is the pencil tool. You use it to draw on your Minecraft skin like you would with a pencil on paper. That's why it's called the pencil tool. The color picker right here, this allows you to pick a color that you've already put on your Minecraft skin. This button right here has you darken the shade of the selected color that you have. And this button has you lighten the shade of the selected color you have. Fill in the front of that part. These little buttons right here, what those do is they show you which layers of the skin are currently selected. There are 2 layers on a Minecraft skin. The base body layer, and there's a second overlay layer. The second overlay layer is what you could use to put like bangs or like sunglasses or like little 3D details on your skin, and they just look like it's basically a second skin that goes over your skin, but like
We're learning more tonight about a deadly car crash at speeds alleged to be over 100 miles per hour. The final moments captured on what many call a dangerous feature on Snapchat. Witnesses describing the wreckage as a horror scene.
If I go too fast during this tutorial, feel free to pause the video to catch up. Hey guys, Beanie here, and today I am going to be recording some Staxel. I've seen so many people doing this, and it looks so cool and so freaking cute. It's like Minecraft is shook. Minecraft is shaking, quaking, everything. So let's Minecraft 2.
I just dance in the sweet memories.
I think I was just being a little extra right there. Okay.
I just dance in the sweet memories. I still keep smiling on this empty town. I'm thinking back on all the times I let you down. Down memory lane, I'm stumbling. But there's a memory I recall, like a photograph left faded on the wall. It's your smile I can't forget, my love. I just dance.
Hello everyone, Beanie here, and today I'm asking you all for a special favor. I need your help. I need you to ask me questions for a Q&A. Thank you all for helping me reach 17K. Make sure to leave your best questions in the comments below, and don't be afraid to ask more than one if you have it. Thank you so much for everything. Bye!
The following program is classified M. It is recommended for viewers 15 years and over. We recommend the use of the parental lock system.
I come to make an announcement. Shadow the Hedgehog's a bitch-ass motherfucker. He pissed on my fucking wife. That's right. He took his hedgehog fucking quilly dick out and he pissed on my fucking wife and he said his dick was this big. And I said that's disgusting. So I'm making a call-out post on my twitter.com. Shadow the Hedgehog, you got a small dick. It's the size of this walnut except way smaller. And guess what? Here's what my dong looks like. He fucked my wife, so guess what? I'm gonna fuck the earth. That's right, this is what you get. My super laser piss!
Game to run faster, and I know Optifine you can buy capes and then customize those capes, and only other people with the mod can see it.
Is it possible to make it look like there's a hole in the side or something?
Yeah, so there is no transparency on the base layer, so you can't have like invisible whatever. You would have to have some sort of background.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I am joined with Beanie. Hey! And we are going to be playing some Bed Wars doubles. Hopefully we'll get some of the new Christmas maps and it will be beautiful and we will have a great time. As long as I do not speak. Right, I don't judge on YouTube, so it's fine. As long as I don't speak. Okay, so let's go.
Hey, I just wanted to make this video really quick because I keep getting lots of comments of people being very critical about why I don't upload often and, like, you know, sometimes things about my appearance and stuff. I'm just going to talk about a little bit why, give you some explanation, reasoning as to why. So there's like a bunch of motorcycles racing outside my house right now. I waited like 30 seconds for them to like drive by, but they're just like out there, so I'm not gonna wait like I usually do when recording for them to go away. So I am not healthy. I am very sick. I haven't really talked about this a lot on my channel. Like, I don't think I've really talked about it ever. Maybe like a video here and there about like something big and serious, but you know, I have a lot of diseases, both mental and physical.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 5 of Meme Police. Today in this video, we're going to be talking about an individual that goes by the name of Zombeanie. Now, of course, you may be wondering on who Zombeanie is. For those of you that are unaware, don't worry, I'll give you a brief explanation. Zombeanie is a Minecraft content creator. I know, we're already off to a pretty good start. She posts videos that are widely ranged between UHCs, occasional Skywars videos, and most notably, her Minecraft skin tutorials. She is a Minecraft skin maker for the Minecraft Marketplace. What is the Minecraft Marketplace, I hear you cry? The Minecraft Marketplace is what I would like to call a scam. In short, it is basically an in-game store, where fan-made and official Minecraft texture packs, mods, shader packs, you name it, are usually up on the store. I should probably reiterate this. You can't really download mods like the cool ones, but you are indeed able to play packs that are close to mods, since this is running off of Minecraft Bedrock rather than Minecraft Java. And Zombeanie is officially part of the Minecraft Marketplace. This is some sort of fan-made type beat. She is an official member of the Minecraft Marketplace. She is known for making skin packs that people can buy, trade, and use. Going back, she used to make a ton of different tutorials based off of Minecraft skins, showing off basic stuff like how to create a shirt in Minecraft, how to create a different hairstyle in Minecraft, and overall, just basic useful things that a Minecrafter like you or I would enjoy or would like to learn. Now, I should probably start mentioning, what is my experience with Zombeanie? Isn't this the whole reason why I'm making this video? Well, I'm glad you asked. My experience with Zombeanie was interesting, to say the least. My first ever interaction with her, without really knowing it, was back in 2019, when I went to a convention known as Mine Fair. What is Mine Fair, you may be wondering?
Mindfair was a fan convention. This was not organized by Mojang themselves. It's basically a bootleg of Minecon. One of my friends at the time, known as FireGamer, went to that convention, and a matter of fact, he went to the one here in California as well. Now, the reason why I went to Mindfair was to meet two online friends of mine that I had known at the time. It was quite exciting to finally see them in real life. At the time, the Ratteries, well, I will now be referring to her as Denison for the remaining of this video, was part of the Rising Stars and was able to add in a +1. The same thing went along with Beanie. She was also part of this Rising Star group and was also able to add a +1. Now this is something that's a little bit funny because I don't think Zombeanie even knows it. During the time of this Minecraft convention, Denison already had somebody else be her +1, which meant I was Beanie's +1. She didn't even know it. Trust me, it will get funnier the more we go along. If it wasn't for Denison, I wouldn't have been able to meet her or any of my other online friends at the time. I met a lot of cool people there at Mindfair, and honestly, I will not forget that. So I genuinely have to thank her for that because it was a pretty cool experience. It was definitely not like Mindfair, but it definitely did the trick. I should probably also mention that I had no idea who Zombeanie was. Again, I barely talked to her. I don't even think I spoke to her that much at all, if any, during my trip to Mindfair. My only conversations with her was on Twitter DMs. Unfortunately, I can't really get that receipts out because my Twitter account at the time is suspended now. But I pretty much know how the conversation went, and it went something like this. All I basically said was, hey, and her response was, what do you want? And I just basically said that I appreciated meeting her. She was pretty nice at the time, despite the fact that I rarely even talked to her, if any at all, and that it was nice meeting you. Her response was, okay, what else do you want? Somewhere around those lines. Not like that quote for quote, but definitely something along those lines. And I basically just killed the conversation there by not responding to her. But before we get started and talking about the drama, let's go a little bit more in depth about her YouTube channel. Now, to kind of reiterate on what her channel really is, her channel consists of a few different styles of content. Like I mentioned earlier, it composes with a bunch of UHCs alongside a few updates, some releases of her new skin packs, and of course, skin tutorials. A lot of skin tutorials. Now, for those of you guys that are unaware, I had basically reacted to a lot of her content back in the day when making the YTP. We reacted through a few of her videos on a live stream known as Midnight Gang, or as famously known as Zombusters. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But for now, for this whole video humor's sake, let's just react to a little bit of her content. This is where the fun starts. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, she also does SMPs. Let's take a watch of one of them. My parrot was murdered. This is sure gotta be fun.
Hello everyone, Beanie here, and today I am back on Coral Alley. So where we last left off, I was in that little house over there, and I am now...
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really too much in favor of this fake persona that she's pulling out here. I mean, just the way that she acts on video is definitely pretty different than how she acts behind the scenes. I should also reiterate that this is kind of difficult reacting to most of these clips, having already watched them. A lot of the content that's pretty much up on her YouTube channel is pretty much how can you criticize, because she doesn't really talk about a majority of drama on her channel, unless we're going to be talking about her Twitter. On Twitter, it's mainly where she promotes a lot of her, you guessed it, skin arts, skin packs. Yep, she does it a lot. She also has a Patreon and a coffee. I think that's how you would say it in this sentence. Don't bully me. She also, because of her high status and, popularity, she is able to get in contact with a lot of bigger YouTubers and inside staff of Microsoft and Mojang. Now, that is pretty much a pretty bold statement to make, but keep in mind that she also works at the Minecraft marketplace, so she may not know like the big higher-ups like Jeb or Notch, but she does have some sort of communication with some working teams inside of Mojang, whether that be solely just the Minecraft marketplace or not.
Now, this part may sound a bit overdramatic, but from other ex-members or retired individuals that either lost interest or left the marketplace scene, they made it pretty apparent that it wasn't too terribly difficult to get in contact that is a higher up at Mojang. Now, obviously, it's all dependent on certain situations. However, that is why I said that clearly they wouldn't have direct access to or have a really higher up administrator like Jeb or something on speed dial.
So I thought I should probably put that fair warning there that just because she works officially with Mojang in the marketplace doesn't mean she actually knows actual Jeb or something. But she does have a lot of contacts with other developers there in the marketplace and other internet influencers. She also has a Discord server that I am banned off of. Now, I hear what most of you guys may be saying. What is the problem here? Sure, it may be quite annoying that she promoted her skin pack way too many times and her Patreon and coffee way too many times, but putting that aside, what is something that she's actually done bad? Well, take a seat, because I'm not going to explain this because it's not my place to explain this story. So I'm going to be letting Dennison, who was the victim in this story, to basically explain it.
Basically, you're telling it wrong. What do you mean I'm telling it wrong? Fine, you know what? Fine. Get your ass in here, Dennison, and you explain to Goggy how it works.
Okay, so you were telling it wrong, like, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I had a serious phone call, and we had to like, get in line, and we were boarding the plane, so there's a whole thing with the health of someone, and
I was right, yeah, see, I was right.
So then we were boarding in different classes, and so, but we got on the plane, and I was like, you know what, we ended up sitting differently because in different spots. We were not sitting together because I went in and just sat in the first aisle seat that I saw because I was just like out of my mind, could not focus. You know, it was a really big bomb to drop before getting on the plane. And so she was frustrated already and that I didn't save her a seat. So she went and sat somewhere else. Then I tried to sleep because I figured maybe that'll distract me, but I woke up feeling like I was suffocating. And I went and I was basically having a panic attack that I've never had before. And so I felt like I couldn't swallow unless I took a sip of water. I felt like I couldn't breathe. It was bad, and obviously I'm stuck on a plane, so it's not like I can go somewhere else, which doesn't help any. So I ended up calling an attendant after like 30 minutes of trying to deal with it myself, and they came over and they did the whole, oh, is there anyone with the doctor on board, whatever. Okay, so we went through that whole thing. Luckily there's a psychiatrist and a doctor, so I got double checked out, and the psychiatrist sat with me for most of the thing, and then they decided before they descended to move me to the very front so I could be the first one off, get checked out and whatever. And so I told them, like, okay, I have this person on board. Can you let them know that I'm the one that this is happening to? Can you like inform them so they know? And like, can you? Obviously, I can't message them. And so I'm like, can you inform them? It's me, you know. And towards the end, I was like, hey, can you ask them to grab my stuff? Because you know how airplanes, everyone swarms the middle aisle to get their stuff, so there's no way I was getting to the back of the plane to get it. And so they're like, yeah, sure, don't worry, all taken care of. So they got my stuff, whatever. I get off and I immediately call my mom because I was just like, oh my god, this is super traumatic. I lived, oh my god. Okay, so then she comes out eventually, you know, like maybe 15, 20 minutes after me. Usually we would split a bus ride or something, or an Uber. Yeah.
Tell the story quickly. I have to take whiskey to the vet at 3:30.
Okay. I'm almost done anyways. So normally we split a ride, but she literally dropped off my bag and was like, okay, bye. And I'm like, wait, hold on, I'm on the phone. Like, 1 second. She's like, no, I scheduled my own ride already and I'm late, blah, blah, and like just left with no explanation. And literally, I went to Twitter, and right after we had landed, she posted something being like, never again, you're just doing this for attention, blah, you know, whatever, going off about, like, how I was the worst friend ever, just, like, with no explanation, like, focusing on my panic attack as if I was just causing all of it to, like, get attention and stuff. And there was a whole bunch of stuff after it, too. Like, I reached out I reached out to her quickly to be like, hey, there's a serious thing that happened, and she was in the room when it happened but asleep. And I messaged her about it. It was a serious thing. It was like kind of an assault thing. And I asked her, like, did you know about it? And she was like, no, if I knew about it, I would have said something. Now never contact me ever again, you know, like whatever. And I'm like, Jesus, I was like trying to contact you about a serious thing. I'm not trying to like get up in your business anymore. It was like 2 years after that whole thing happened, but yeah, it was a whole thing. Anyways, that's it.
Yeah.
That's my story. I didn't want him telling it wrong.
Honestly, knowing that story and that situation, it genuinely is quite upsetting. When I first heard about it, I was quite surprised, given by that this was someone that I would have thought would have been their friend, and also sent them a card just 1 month before this whole situation happened. It didn't really make much sense, honestly. And Zombeanie, if you are watching this, what the hell? I'm trying to figure out the reasoning as to why you would even do that to begin with, especially making a bold tweet like this. And then proceed to just bash her in her DMs just all of a sudden out of the blue because she called you out on what you did. It's honestly quite pathetic, I'm not gonna lie. But not only that, you then have the audacity to post this tweet stating, well, as if she's gonna like bring that to the public? What? But I'm trying to wrap around what your story may even be. You are in an airplane. The duration would still be the same no matter what had happened. Even if the situation did or did not happen, the duration of the time and flight would not have changed whatsoever. It still would have made no sense whatsoever if you would have done that exact same option, even if Dennison didn't have a panic attack. But the fact that she did and you showed like almost no remorse or, I don't know, supportive of your friend, seeing if she's okay, you just decide to just completely leave. That does not paint a good picture or a good look on you. I'm not gonna lie. And that's one of the things that kind of just infuriated me and a lot of others as well. You just don't do that to someone. I was also explained by an anonymous user that you have a habit of just lashing out because something didn't go your way. That doesn't really fit you pretty well, honestly, and it's kind of sad. Not only that, but you get upset at the small, minute things even when you're all wrong. And I guess it doesn't really help if when a bunch of your audience decides to completely back you up with it. It's kind of like Dream Stands, but at a smaller scale, which reminds me of this. If you are a supporter of Zombie, don't go blindly hating or disliking this video, because it just proves my point further that you don't really listen or look at everything on what she's done behind the scenes. There are a lot and stuff that makes no sense and have screwed me over as well. It's one of the things that when you disregard something completely like that, but Zombeanie has a history of doing that, so maybe it's not all that bad. Either way, it does not make you look good whatsoever. But that wouldn't be the first time that she's made this oopsie. It's been a while since my last recording session I did, so I thought we'd pick up where we last left off. There are a couple of updates that I do want to make clear, and so I thought we could recap a little bit, because it has been a while since I've recorded my previous segment. So let's start talking about that. I last left off of me saying that this wouldn't be her only and first oopsie, her second oopsie being her getting me involved, but also I want to reiterate or recap on something really quickly. With her conversations with Zombeanie, the Ratteries decided to call her out and message her about it, genuinely curious, because after the Ratteries called out Zombeanie, Beanie blocked her. So the Ratteries proceeded to ask a relatively normal question. Hey, so I am soft blocked on my accounts from your private. You left both the Discords I run. I haven't been responding. Is something wrong? She proceeds to say the most bullshit excuse I like to think. I was cleaning out my servers and following lists, but whatever, let's give it a bit of the doubt, despite her not answering the second part of the question. I understand that, but why the soft blocking? So that my follower/following ratio was the same. I'm not fucking falling for this bullshit. That's not what I meant. I mean, like, why soft block me from your private? You didn't have to clarify it to her because she already knew what you meant. She's just being a dumbass. I guess this broke the camel's back because she finally proceeded to say something. I feel like I should give you the whole truth in this. Well, it's about time. I've been avoiding that because I didn't want to hurt your feelings, and I was worried that you'd take my words as an attack or something mean. I'm starting to learn that we're different people. I don't dislike you. I just don't feel comfortable how you treat me sometimes. And I didn't want to be around that much. I don't think we have much in common. And I don't have enough energy to continue putting in so much in and getting nothing out. It feels like you'd only talk to me if you needed something. And I didn't realize that before. I can't go on like this. And I'm sorry if this hurts your feelings, but I really don't want to talk about it with you. This is a huge can of worms to unpack, so let's start unpacking some of them. My understanding, before I read the Ratter's response, this is something that kind of gets me on my mind, why don't you just simply talk to her about it if you had this many strong feelings? And better yet, why did you consistently pretend to put on this persona of liking her and being her friend when you didn't to begin with? You didn't want to be her friend, yet you're putting on this fake facade for her, quite literally being a fake friend almost. The Ratteries responded by saying, I would have been more okay with this all if you had just talked with me instead of all of this workaround. I agree a bit that we don't have all that much in common, but like all the other stuff was just so unnecessary, you know? If you had a problem, just tell me. Sure, I will be a little upset, but it is better to just hear it than drawing it out and doing all this other stuff. She does have a point. Why would you consistently go out of your way to soft block her, distance yourself, and be a fake friend, do all of this bullshit without her really knowing until she called you out on it, all just because you apparently just don't have a lot in common with someone. Especially if you were actively like talking to her around this period, which you were. It would have made a little bit of more sense to, I don't know, actually talk about it like what normal people do. I get it. If you don't have that much in common, if you truly felt this way, I don't know why you didn't really tell her that, earlier on. If anything, this seems a lot more work than anything. But I know what a lot of you guys may be wondering. How am I a part of this weird Zombeanie beef? And what even happened? Well, I'm glad you asked. I was told by a group of people, and apparently she was shit-talking me on one of her live streams. Which honestly, I never really understood why she did. After all, I hardly even spoke to her. So I was a little bit confused as to why she was shitting on me. Come to find out, it was primarily because of the fact that I was friends with Dennison, also known as the Ratteries, and that is what set her off. You see, the Ratteries has helped me out in a couple of past projects before in the past, and as of recent she had been getting a lot of support here on the channel, and I guess that struck a nerve with Zombeanie, but it confuses me on how she even knows about me, Until you find out that it's because of the tweets that she would post on her Twitter. At least that's just my lucky guess. I really have no idea how she even knows about me and why she's shit-talking me, other than the fact that, well, I'm friends with someone she dislikes. And that's the thing. She strongly dislikes me because I'm friends with someone that she dislikes, which is why I made this tweet. And the people that were telling me weren't just from her friends or mutuals. No, they also came from her own audience as well. This, my friends, is where Midnight Gang became a thing. Now, technically it was already a thing. The only difference is that it turned into a more regular thing because we had a little bit of a twist. Not every day, but a good chunk of the summer, I would stream at exactly midnight and we'd have a little bit of fun. The problem with this is that I never got a chance to see what she had said about me, and I was never really there to defend myself. But if a lot of people are telling me, whether it be her mutuals or hell, even her fan base, I can't wrap my head around Zombeanie trying to say that it was all fake or it was all lies, because there's a lot of people that told me this, unless they're all lying. It wouldn't make sense to me on why so many people would just say this if it wasn't apparently true. Again, big handful of people. But with that being said, the Midnight Gang was a series of streams that I did where I decided to do a YTP, but this wouldn't be any normal YTP. This YTP I was going to be making was about Zombeanie, and as a little catch, I'd have my viewers choose on what I should input and what I should take out. I would edit any requests that they wanted and we'd just go from there. The original plan was for us to just, poke fun at the idea of her shit-talking me. This was going to be my response. Was I hurt? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You're such a big channel, why would you go after me like this? All because I'm friends with someone that you dislike? Doesn't really make any sense. But this actually, surprisingly, wouldn't be the first time that she would do this. I'm gonna read you a nice little series of tweets, so bundle up because this is gonna get a little weird. Now, I'm mainly going to be reading this out primarily because it's the showcase on how she just gets mad over the most littlest and weirdest things, such as not liking me because I'm friends with someone that she dislikes, which is weird. She shit talks me for that, and only that. Kind of weird. But here's another example of something that I thought was a little bit odd in my opinion. You guys could definitely disagree, but you'll see. So she made a tweet by posting, "I got really inspired from the tiny designs of the people of the Minecraft team. So I recreated myself and Darulkus, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, in the same style. Now I can properly yell at everyone who doesn't vote swap." This is the only context that we are given. To someone that's new, there's no other lore that we know behind it other than what's given here. Now, somebody who may be, sure, a little bit ignorant, proceeded to reply to this tweet and say, "I edited your drawing to make my Minecraft skin. I hope you don't mind, especially when I replaced your spaced character, XDDDDDD. This is what the image looked like before, this is Beanie's photo, and this is what it looks like after. This is the new guy's photo by the name of Bacteria King." Nice. When I first see this, a couple of things come to mind. First things first is, well, for one, you could have, not do that, I guess. But also, pretty cool that, I pretty much inspired you to make your own character in this style. Pretty neat. Just don't trace over my art again, because that's kind of weird. That's like taking one of my fan arts and just tracing your own self OC in replacement of mine. It's just weird. I get it. So, promptly, Zombeanie responded to this tweet. "I'm really not okay with you tracing over my art. I may have based it off someone else's design, but the final product was entirely my own. I do mine, and it's not okay. In the future, please don't trace artist's work. It's very rude / disrespectful." I've had this happen to me before, when one of my artists would draw something and somebody would draw over it. Sure, it's quite weird and quite, why would you do that type beat? But in something similar to this, we don't really know any other more context to it other than they just made that. Now, I do agree with Zombeanie in this aspect, but she then doubles down a little bit that not even I would know or anyone else would know. And this is the part that's just a little bit weird. She then responds to it by saying, "Also, this is art I made for my boyfriend and me, and you put your skin over me in the picture, which is double not cool. It's a couple's pictures, and you colored over me." This is something that I just want to say that none of us would have ever known that. You never said that in your initial tweet. Not saying that you have to, but this guy would have definitely not known that. I can give you credit to where, hey, it's uncool to trace somebody's artwork. I get it. That has happened to me before. It happens to a lot of people. I get you. I can support you on that. But this part doesn't really make much sense. He didn't know. So why throw a fuss over it? Something like this where the guy didn't know. Don't need to go too harsh on him, I suppose. The guy basically makes his own tweet by stating, "I made my Minecon live trailer style character. How did it look on me?" And somebody said, "What program did you do with it?" I based it on a drawing that another person made. Her attitude was very strange because I showed it to her and she got angry, since that style is not hers, so I don't mind mounting my skin over it. This is where things start to get a little bit fuzzy. Victoria King is making the claim over here that this art style that Zombeanie made is not her art style, it's based off of somebody else's. So in that case, you can't really get pissed off at him for making this art style because it's not even your own art style. Why are you bashing somebody else? Over the tracing over part, that I can definitely understand and be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But the way you respond and phrase it was just a little bit, not so much. It could have been better. I only know that because there are times where that has happened to me and I was just like, it's nice. Why do you trace over it? That's a bit weird, you know what I mean? Tracing art. No. I think this must have been a way nicer way of putting it. Now, I would assume that Zombeanie wouldn't have responded to this or would have not even known about this if it wasn't for one of her own friends replied under her behalf. Listen, she made that artwork of her and her boyfriend based on someone else's art style, not directly copied. And she gave them credit. You literally drew her in a couple photo and now you are upset and talking bad about her because she did not congratulate you? Nowhere in Victoria's tweet did they really said anything bad or mean. All Victoria said was her attitude was very strange. Not shitting on her or saying anything mean or calling her names or anything, but just saying that it was very strange. The person never did it again, by the way. And Victoria King isn't saying that, they made it. I mean, they literally say that they based it off of someone else's drawing. They weren't shit-talking Beanie either. They just basically said that her attitude was very strange. They weren't being negative or mean towards her in any way, shape, or form. And to which Zombeanie proceeds to reply, "This is not cool. I did not, quote, get mad for no reason. I was very polite in explaining to you why it's not okay to trace other people's art. Yes, I based this off of another design, but it's 100% my own work. You took a pic of my boyfriend and me and colored over me, then posted it. Being polite is a bit of a stretch. You kind of doubled down a little bit by giving him information that none of us knew on the initial tweet. I can support you on the part of you wanting to be like, hey, tracing kind of iffy, kind of not cool. Beanie proceeded to yet again reply to this by saying, I have every right to be annoyed with this. I made this art as a couple's piece, and you inserted your character into it. I was very clear that tracing art is not okay, but for some reason you felt the need to post it on your own and try to drag me onto this post? Dude, again, fucking nobody knew. Nobody simply knew that. Can you really get mad at him for not knowing that it was supposed to be a couple's photo? He probably didn't even know that you had a boyfriend. I don't know. Something about this just really rubbed me the wrong way because it's like it could have been handled really better. I understand why she would be pissed off. I should probably make that clear. I really do. But also, the way it could have been handled, kind of weird. It's another example of her just completely lashing out, really. I mean, she's done it towards me and she hasn't even spoken to me before. That doesn't really make much sense. And then she replies with a tweet that has now been deleted. And then he said he deleted his post. So, and then you do it again by just showing the fucking photo. I don't know what you're trying to get. At this point, I really don't anymore. You think it would end there, but no. Normally, I'm very against drama or anything, and don't post about all the times my work has been traced or stolen. But I think the fact that this guy is being so cocky / rude about it in the public tweets warrants me quote tweeting instead of DMing. Sorry, I know how annoying this is. If you're very against drama, then you would not have continued this. You would have just said it the one time and just completely let it be. He wasn't saying that it was his own artwork. He clearly well stated that, you know, it was based off of somebody else's artwork. He wasn't saying he 100% made it or drew it. He just fucking posted it that one time and didn't do it ever again. Sure, I understand how frustrating it is to get your art traced. Believe me, while I may not be an artist, I do know artist friends that have gotten their artwork traced that were, you know, for me. Or in this case, towards me. So I definitely get it. But just the way that this whole thing is constructed, it just doesn't feel right, you know? I don't know. I mean, he definitely just wasn't being rude towards you. Not at all. And I feel like it would have been a little bit more efficient if it was going to DMs, but I highly doubt anything would have been accomplished because, I mean, if you didn't want drama to spark, you would have took it there or just stopped when you first made the first two tweets. To which Beanie responded, update. People are sending me screenshots of him going on this rant, calling me gross names, and comparing the situation to a Minecraft and Terraria. I don't know, I'm so confused, lol. All I asked was for you not to steal my work, man. We never see these apparent alleged screenshots that this guy was apparently saying. Or her, or they, or I don't know. My only guess on why Victoria even went on a rant was because he was completely overwhelmed by the amount of fucking people that were messaging him. Beanie, do you forget how big of an audience you have? Do you forget that when a lot of people attack someone, it could be overwhelming for them? Did you forget that not a lot of people know how to handle it? I guess he can be right for being pissed off or getting a lot of unnecessary hatred to some degree. You already called him out once. Why scoop this low again? I don't know. There's definitely some wiggle room for arguments and debate into here. This is just something that I thought that was just very, very weird. Completely open to debate, but still. I was with you with the first half here. Now sure, that may be a really weak argument to say. And honestly, you have every right to disagree with that one. It was pretty weak.
All right, hi. I'm gonna kind of jump in a little bit kind of regarding this whole thing because I know I did a really weird example. This is why I don't ad-lib shit, okay? I now suck at it. I don't know how. But essentially what I was trying to get at, trying to put my mind into words here, is regarding the tweet, to properly word this better because it was severely late, but whatever. But I still included it to be a bit transparent with you guys, even if the take was mid and yeah. Essentially, at the time, it seemed like Vactrika engaged in the project either out of boredom and or a desire to participate in the fun, creative activity. There clearly was no intention to steal or disrespect Zombeanie's work. It more or less seemed like his angle was to join in the community's creative efforts, thinking it was harmless and lighthearted way to contribute. It could also be entirely possible that bro just had the lack of understanding or possible lack of awareness for whatever reason. But even despite the misunderstanding, Vactrika did acknowledge Zombeanie's original work in the tweet, which shows there was no attempt to take full credit for the artwork. Vactria's response to the criticism was one of confusion rather than defensiveness. The original tweet did not specify that the artwork was a couple's photo. Not saying you have to be specific on everything you post, but if it did randomly stumble upon their timeline, it kind of makes sense. Vactria's actions were, while misguided, were not driven by malice nor intent to harm. Given the chance, Vectrica would likely have been open to learning and correcting the behavior. Honestly, it just seems like as if this kid decided to just make their own character in this pixelated artwork and share it to Beanie in hopes that Beanie would be like, hey, this is really nice and really cool. But given the fact that it was traced and, you know, yeah, I get you on that, it clearly wasn't the reaction that I would assume this kid was expecting. Anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on a big of a tangent, but like, whoopsies.
Shifting gears a little bit to her fan base, because this is something that I thought was very, very interesting. As you may know, I was working on a YTP, and this YTP was going to be my response to her shit-talking me. But one thing that really started to really push me over the edge to actually make this into a Meme Police episode rather than just, you know, the YTP, was when I uploaded this video. When I had uploaded my monetizing my haters video, I got a lot of comments, some of them from B's own audience. You're that kid that Zombeanie was talking about in one of her live streams. I had no idea what she was talking about, and a majority of her claims and statements just didn't make any sense. Her tweets never added up, and I fully couldn't wrap it around my head. When looking through your channel and Twitter account, you rarely did anything to upset her. So I'm unsure why she was talking trash about you. She even claimed how your friends went into her Discord and was acting dumb? It didn't make any sense because she shows literally no proof. On top of that, she showed the DM you had with her, which I thought was really rude. Because I saw this while reading along that you were doing no harm, and literally her response was so rude that I was super disappointed to support her. She treated you like trash for doing nothing. And I'm sorry if I came out offensive since she threw a lot of jokes towards you and I laughed at them. But I was unaware of what the true story was. I feel really bad and I should have never treated her like a queen. I'm ditching her as supporting her as a queen. So during my time of streaming this YTP on Beanie, she still would trash talk me sometimes on her streams. Now, I am not 100% sure if she watched any of my midnight streams, and I certainly wouldn't be surprised, because I know she stays up at midnight. How do I know that? Well, ironically, she would also stream around that time. Completely coincidental. And yeah, there were times where I, on stream, would react to her streams. At this point, I simply wanted to talk to her and settle this beef up. I wanted to get to the bottom and see what her excuse would be if I simply just called her out. This was slowly at the point of where my audience started knowing what Zombeanie was up to. This could be in part thanks to my midnight streams, but also because I too was also getting a lot of unnecessary hatred from my stream chat. Majority of them were on streams that had nothing to do with the YTP or with Beanie in general. They would just start commenting their shit on a completely normal live stream of my friends and I fucking around on Hypixel or something. After some of Beanie's audience and alleged friends started shit talking my chat, this is where the origin of the Zombuster gang came into play. Since now parts of my audience at the time knew about Zom and her beanies, some of her videos got heavily disliked as well. Now, likewise, both streams and videos that were heavily disliked are kinda gone. I guess YouTube thought they were bots. I mean, the same thing kinda happened on my end too. The dislike bombing kinda went away too. Upon joining her Discord server, my friends and I got banned almost immediately. I wasn't quite sure if at first if Beanie somehow knew my Discord, either from people telling her or if she had watched my streams before to know what my Discord tag was, or if she saw my profile upon joining the server. Apparently, this is according to outside sources whom are in the server, by the way, there was a raid that had occurred on her server, and this raid apparently started and had lasted for the past 2 days. Very unfortunate timing, considering the fact that not too long prior, she was getting dislike bombed. Really not a good look on my end. My audience nor my friends and I were a part of this raid that was currently happening. One of my friends was screen sharing their screens, and since they survived and somehow didn't get banned, and showed us what was being exchanged and said. They even sent a couple of screenshots too. We'll get back to the screenshots in a moment, but I should probably go a bit more in depth on what I meant by the quote dislike bombing. You see, when Beanie's audience would come into my stream suddenly and spew their negativity, most of my viewers didn't find it quite nice of them. Some of them did indeed go to her recent video and dislike her video. This was in retaliation due to her audience doing the same on my end. YouTube would eventually bring it back to normal, assuming that YouTube thought they were bots or thought that the wave of sudden dislikes were unnatural. Now, a lot of these screenshots are
out of context, and some of them aren't even that good, so I don't even know if you would even consider this a raid or not, but let's review some of them. Why were they banned? Not sure. Being annoying and changing their nickname to Beanie. Bye, obvious alt account. It's not my alt, my brother. Your Discord server is dead and boring. Well, I mean, it's 4:19 right now. Oh, it's 5 p.m. here. Oh, it's 4:20 a.m. for me. 4:20 blaze it. 2016 calls. Let me guess. Alts? Oh my god, they just can't stop coming. Please, I just want to go to bed, lol. Can't y'all wait to raid the server in the morning? So he wants the raid to happen? This is clearly sarcasm, what the hell? Oh my god, and there aren't any staff online. If anyone raids again with an alt, what should we do? Message me says ignore them. I'm still gonna be up for a while though, so it'll be okay. Okie dokie. Jesus, this man has made 3 alts. Okay, so apparently there's somebody in here that made 3 different alt accounts. Jesus Christ. There was a raid of people being stinky. Don't worry about it. I think that's a bit of an understatement. Nice. Hey Beanie, is the stream over? Oh, I think it is. Oof. It is. Yeah, I ended it. I'm going to continue my Isabel sketch. Lol, damn you... What? Lol, damn you Walker for dying by a creeper. Oh, damn you Walker for dying by... Okay. Fuck shit... Oh, that's a lot of... That's a lot of swear words, I will say. Some of these are just making no sense. Dang, what did she do? Magic, I guess. Hey y'all, sorry for not being active, but secure your Minecraft account, please. Both of mine almost just got compromised. Ah, shit, who's doing this? Hi, I'm gaming. Hi, gaming. I am... What the fuck is this? This is so stupid. I am gaming. Hi, gaming. I am gaming. Hi, gaming. What the fuck? We got it, you're gaming. Hi, Discord. I am gaming. Hi, gaming. I am... Ugh, please don't tell me this is how the conversation goes. Hello, I am gaming. God damn it, it is. Gamer, epic. I am Instagram. Why can't I read this with a straight face? Hello, Instagram model. I am gaming. I hate this. Hi, obvious alt account. Ooh, Beanie has joined the chat, guys. I'm not part of this. Hello, Beanie. I am gaming. Bye, obvious alt account. God damn, bro. That was the most dumbest shit I have probably ever. I don't even know what the fuck to say to that. That just sucked. Would I even consider that a raid? I have no idea. Maybe there's more to that. God awful fucking pan of events. Jesus Christ. We gave it a hot minute before I tried joining back and try and contact her again. Because of the stressful situation that had occurred, it was getting a bit overwhelming. And having just joined a Discord server in the middle of a raid, I'm still banned by the way, I was not a part of the raid. So I gave it some time, roughly like, I don't know, like a day, a week, a month or two. I couldn't tell you. Before joining on an alt account to message and discuss this with her. Keep in mind, I didn't and I couldn't say a single word in the Discord server. I simply got banned the moment my main account joined. Nevertheless, I proceeded to message her. Hello. So, I'd like to have a bit of a talk, to clear things up. So I haven't watched your streams for a while now, but I honestly thought you were a chill person. I'm just confused on why you blocked me on all social media. I haven't done anything negative towards you, and you never messaged me any problem that happened. I'm down to talk, but I'm just so confused on why you just randomly blocked me without further explanation. I did nothing towards you. So I thought we'd talk it out and hopefully become mutuals again. I don't want any drama, I just want things to be cleared. Because as of right now, I'm just confused. Also, neat Discord server you have. Very nice. Who are you? Quirky's Advocate on Twitter, also known as PewDieBird. Please leave me alone, Lamau. I've done nothing towards you. That's the thing I'm confused about. I don't understand why you dislike me so much. I never said anything like that towards you. I am allowed to block anyone who makes me feel uncomfortable, and you are definitely crossing several lines with using an alt account to contact me about it. Stop contacting me. That doesn't make any sense though. You never messaged me any problems that you had that was towards me. I never said in my statement, quote, why did you say blah blah blah? I'm just curious on why you blocked me. Saying how you're allowed to block anyone isn't much of a fair excuse. If you really did have a problem with me, I really am curious on why you didn't take the time to contact me and explain to me the problem that you had. I never contacted you on multiple alts. This is literally the only alt I have. I just wanted to clear things up because I'm heavily confused. You're not making yourself look good by doing this, and it leaves a lot of empty holes towards what you're saying. Your message could not be delivered because you don't share server with recipient or you disable direct blah 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 blah. Jesus Christ, I should have fucking said this message when I was like not sleep deprived and actually had a cognitive fucking awareness. Well, she clearly didn't want to cooperate. I should probably emphasize that this was my first time trying to contact Beanie. I never tried to contact you nor created any alt accounts before nor after this interaction. I only did it once to try and potentially talk things out on why she disliked me. And sure, could have worded this message slightly better. I had writer's block kinda at the time, hence why you see some repeated sentences. And also just, it was not good. That was just not good. Also, one thing to point out that was weird to me that I don't understand, and that's the part where she says, I never said anything like that towards you. Quote, never in my statement that I bring up her saying stuff towards me, nor named any examples. I didn't say, why did you say this or that to me? She's answering a question that doesn't exist. Sometimes I wonder if she thinks Pewdiebird and Randy Lind are two different people. Oh boy, this is where things start to get a little bit weird. She loves to tweet. She loves to tweet about everything. Sometimes it's TMI. Publicly. I can only imagine what her private Twitter account is like. She tweets a lot on Twitter that she even talked about the raid and supposed stream incident that occurred. So last night I got harassed during my Twitch stream and people hate raided my Discord server and commented / disliked my latest video. Are people okay? Lamau, what happened? Who hurt you? I'm curious to know what I did to set these people off though, because I recognize some of their names. As far as I know, I've just been minding my own business. Like, why are you coming to harass my social media now? This tweet is somewhat confusing, and I'll try my best to get back to this to explain why. But in the meantime, let's quickly address the situation listed. The stream she is referring to where she got harassed isn't even true. I know this because while I was streaming, I was on her Twitter profile about to find a goofy image to put in the YTP, only to find out that she tweeted that she was live on Twitch. Nobody was harassing her nor insulting her saying weird shit. She clearly wasn't referencing any other stream because she labels it as last night, the same night I was watching her stream. The Discord raid my friends and I were not a part of, and the raid didn't contain any hatred. It was more like fucking spam. But nevertheless, the only thing you can label as hatred was when somebody posted this goofy ass photo onto the server. I'm not going to lie, I kinda giggled a little bit. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. Apparently you recognize the names, although from the streams I had just watched last night, I didn't recognize any of them. Matter of fact, when I was streaming, I was telling my audience not to say anything in chat. I kind of wanted to see if she would say shit about me. She really didn't. So whatever names she recognizes, definitely not part of my community or group. Unless the only name she recognized is Pewdiebird. Since I will admit, I did say a couple of things in chat, but stopped right afterwards. What makes me a bit upset is that this feels like she's combining an incident that my friends and I weren't a part of into this equation. My favorite part is when she claims she doesn't know what set these people off and how she is minding her own business. I guess she doesn't understand the consequences of her own actions. Let's humor the idea here. Even though she was allegedly being, quote, harassed. Yeah, that Discord raid was kind of weird. She was the one that started trash talking about me. A good portion of her audience came and attacked me. Then she has the audacity to say that she doesn't know what tipped these people off and how she was minding her own business, even though her former friends and former viewers say otherwise. Again, that's humoring the idea it was apparently my group or whatever. My brain hurts due to confusion trying to figure out how to explain this fucking mess. Because there are 3 instances being meshed together, one of which is a lie, The second part we aren't a part of, and the third one, while can you say it's true? If it's like, you know, referencing like the Disstrack bombing and then like the clowning, it had happened a long time ago. I know what video she's referring to. This whole thing would have been prevented and probably clarified if we, you know, actually talked about it and clear some things up. Just saying, would have been nice to clear some of this info up. The one thing you refused to do? I sure bet your boyfriend, who used to be your ex, I'm sure he's very proud of you. The replies were quite funny. Funny is a bit of a iffy word. Oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Some people honestly need to get a job or a hobby or something and stop being hateful. It's okay. I'm not upset about it because in my end, they're just giving me their views/ratings, therefore boosting my content, Lamau. But one went as far as making a whole YouTube channel called Zombeanie is Dumb. Damn, is it that serious? Lamau, people really have too much time on their hands these days. Indeed they do, I guess. Apparently a combination of boredom, idiocity, and mostly likely drunkenness, whether from alcohol or group-induced What the bro is going way too... What? I'm pretty sure they're teenagers, haha. Makes the drunk part all the more likely, to be honest. Regardless of whether they're legal age, it's usually older teens that act the most ridiculous when alcohol is involved somehow. Anyways, regarding of the case, they're massive a-holes. I'm sorry that happened to you. I had no idea how I deal with this myself. The weird thing, like, I want to, like, somehow touch base on here is that, like, it just feels weird because they're combining two instances or multiple instances together, and then it's like clearly an indirect tweet, right? And clearly, I would assume the things that aren't us, you know, our doing is not directed towards us. But the fact that she is combining it together it just feels weird, you know. And considering the fact that like I don't know, because like she's not innocent either, you know. Jumping in again to state that while the retaliation of disliking Beanie's video, when I did find out about it, I did say something, telling users to stop. Referring to the comment section, I was informed that prior to it all, not even affiliated with me, there were a couple of people who are alleged to be the same who were involved and planned out the Discord raid. They were apparently sending me comments. I assume they got deleted since the time I had checked. Once informed about the dislike retaliation, I hadn't seen any gross comments, other than a few comments that just said bruh. That super sucks. There's definitely something wrong with them. Jesus Christ, Jose, are you okay? What the actual freak is wrong with them? God damn, we got Golden Freddy fucking disappointed. Imagine having the free time. Let me fight them for you! Fucking alright. The whole thing just feels really weird to me, because it's like, clearly the instances that don't revolve around my friends and I are just clearly aren't aimed towards us, you know? But like, she's adding this other like stuff that had happened because like I don't think she realizes that she's the one that's bad mouthing me. Like I just want to go on a small tangent here, I suppose. Like I don't know if she is aware that like I'm getting comments from her former audience and even friends too that like she's bad mouthing me because I'm friends with someone that she dislikes, you know? And it's like clearly when it comes like I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, like clearly the Discord raid incident isn't about us, but she's tying that in with like this other like two instances together, or is trying to, you know, pin it down on us, and then it's who knows, maybe it's not aimed towards us after all. But what I can confidently say, when I was streaming, you know, reacting to her content, you know, none of us were drunk. I don't like alcohol, so take that in as you will. To recap, because I know this is very confusing, no harassment from my audience was said. If they were, I feel like I would have 100% been told this. We were not a part of the Discord raid. During the event of your tweet, that disliked video had happened a while ago. And keep in mind, this is under the context of that her audience would come to my stream unpromptly starting to shit on me for no reason. At the time I had nothing, I didn't do anything or say anything to her. My audience found out about it because of what, you know, her audience was doing, and yeah, albeit did dislike her content. That's all what happened. No other harassment had occurred except for that one small incident. If, you know, my mind is serves me correct here. And like, I know I would have 100% been told this because unlike you, I don't condone witch hunting. For all I know, you could be referring to someone else. But given your history from your former friends and viewers telling me that you've been trash-talking me and refusing to talk to me, it's not looking good for your case. Also, bit of a side note here. Before we get into our next chapter, I want to add this small important note. This segment isn't written by me, but rather written or stated by one of my friends. She's been on this channel before, and I'll keep her anonymous because she by no means is a part of this whole situation, and also because I respect her privacy. Again, I'll keep her anonymous because she is by no means a part of this whole situation. I mean, she doesn't even do YouTube anymore, really, and has moved on from creating different things. But she did say this to me that really stood out to me, and I kind of want to forward that over. This is going to sound really harsh, but keep in mind that this is coming from someone that has more experience in this field, possibly even more than me. Who am I kidding? By a long shot. So keep that in mind. Please seek professional help. And if you are now, that's great. But displaying and tweeting about how bad your mental health is constantly to outsiders may seem like you're just seeking attention. My friend was mainly worried for you because you constantly tweet about your depression, PTSDs, panic attacks, worried about not making ends meet, sometimes getting very, very political, burnouts, all of these constant negativity towards yourself. It really worries her. Nobody likes to see that kind of stuff. And sure, you can try and make the argument that, but Randy, you don't have to follow her on Twitter if you don't want to see that stuff. But that's just not healthy in general. If you can't make ends meet, have you tried looking for other possible jobs that offer better pay? Like, if Minecraft isn't paying you shit, then that's kind of fucking weird to go on strike or something. What the hell? What the fuck are you doing, Microsoft? Listen, I understand that this is something you love to do, but clearly it seems to also be taking a toll on you as well. These questions and statements that I had previously said were mainly stated by my friend rather than, well, me. I know you refuse to listen to anyone affiliated with me when it comes to feedback, but this was coming from someone that has a genuine concern. Now with that out of the way, you like free stuff, and you use exposure as a price. To rip the band-aid straight off, you messaged one of my friends wanting to commission them of artwork, but pay them in exposure, saying that they will get followers rather than paying them money. Oddly enough, wouldn't be the first, but we'll get there eventually. You messaged someone for a profile picture with price being exposure in return. After being declined, you apparently still continued to message them after they had already stated it was a no. You proceeded to use the fact that famous people like James Charles follow you and how you apparently work for him, even though the answer was still no.
Jumping in again. I'm not sure why I stated that they were my friend. They weren't exactly close friends of mine. I had talked to them before, but they are more close to Zombeanie's other friends, and to an extent, yeah, Dennison, rather than me. These screenshots were shared to me, and I thought it was quite gross to see this kind of behavior. Although I wasn't given 100% what happened afterwards, and since now the user that had originally sent this, is no longer online, nor uses the internet anymore. I question and have more questions about this. I have more screenshots, but I'm unsure the purpose that caused Beanie to act like this. If so.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I like free stuff too. But this isn't it, Chief. Remember how I mentioned earlier on that you will completely ignore any feedback to whoever is affiliated with me in any capacity? Well, sit tight. Not too long after I tried to message her on Discord to try and potentially clear things up, not only did she block me, but also to make an indirect tweet about me. Sorry, did I say tweet? Sorry. She made a whole Twitter thread about it. Listen carefully. She directly posted, and I quote, "Fellow women and trans/non-binary individuals, have any of you found a way to let men know that their actions/words are making you uncomfortable without sounding rude or, quote, like a bitch? Or if you're a man, how would you like to be told that you're making someone uncomfortable? I am going to read the rest of the tweet, but I'm going to tell you why this is important. A question, whether it was directed to her fan base or not, it is public, so anyone can reply to it. I will proceed to read the rest. Asking for a friend, but mostly for myself. Right. I'd like to say, I made this about one guy who was creeping me out, and since then 2 other guys who have been blocked by me before for making me uncomfortable have come back to message me. Don't do this. I will not unblock you, and I don't owe you an explanation as to why. I'm allowed to feel uncomfortable and block people. It doesn't mean I have a personal vendetta against you. It means you make me uncomfortable. I haven't had anything like this for so long. I used to feel relatively safe online in my own spaces. Now every day, more creepy dudes are invading these spaces and making me and others in them uncomfortable. I have PTSD. I have trauma. I'm allowed to block people. All of this is making my anxiety and PTSD go through the roof. I woke up today shaking and I couldn't stop. I'll probably delete this whole thread later, just a heads up. Spoiler alert, she did. So let's address the elephant in the room. You are allowed to block anyone, and sure, you are allowed to not give an explanation, but it certainly would fucking help. My main purpose as to why I tried to contact you to begin with, which, mind you, I only tried to reach out on one alt account. That may sound odd, but I will get back to that. The main reason why I tried to contact you was clearly you do have something against me, and it was very apparent. You claim that you don't have any personal vendetta against me, but everything else has been proven otherwise. From your viewers to your former friends, it is very clear that you do not like me. And this dislike and spark of hatred only became more apparent when I started becoming friends with the Ratteries. You clearly disliked me because I was friends with someone you dislike. Essentially, guilt by association. Now let's see if any of the replies answer a question. I know one of them ruffled her feathers. She's not a bird, so rather got under her skin. I think the people that are worth knowing won't mind, and the people that mind aren't worth knowing. Unfortunately, when it involves people acting way too familiar and friendly in business situations, I don't have the luxury of ignoring them, haha. I don't mean to ignore it. I meant tell them you're uncomfortable. Depending on the interactions depends on how I personally would approach that, as you can be kind about it. Okay, yeah, I was a little confusing by your first message, haha. Confused. Jeez, I need to not tweet until I have fully conscious. I need to stop being dyslexic for once, and I don't even think I even have this. I think I'm just stupid. She would then soon private her Twitter account. I privated this Twitter account for now. I deleted my previous thread about feeling unsafe. I'm sorry that it seems like there's so much drama going on with me lately. I'm just dealing with this group of people borderline stalking me / making new accounts / getting their friends. Oh my god, I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. Is there a way to ban / report them? Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I hope you're doing okay. Sending love your way. Thank you. And I don't think there's really anything to do. I don't want to release their name / the name of the guy they all have in common in their pinned tweet, bio, etc. because it's so weird, and I don't want to get into some weird controversy or provoke them more. No problem, just let me know if there's anything I can do in the future, and feel free to message me if you need to. Hell to the no that this is still happening. I'm so sorry, Beanie. Is there any chance you can report it? This level of harassment would be seen as a cybercrime? Love you so much. I don't think it would be seen as a cybercrime. The worst thing they've done is Photoshop my face on things and send it to me, other than just commenting / replying / messaging on every platform with weird messages. They all talk about the same dude on their profile, like it's a cult. God fucking damn it. What do you mean? I swear to God, if she's talking about that Bernie Sanders fucking edit, I'm gonna lose my mind, because that's the thing that comes up, which wasn't even related to us, but okay. Still though, if you need any help dealing with these idiots, I'm always available to offer my savagery. That freaking sucks, Beanie. Is it possible you could report this harassment to authorities by chance? I'm sure there's nothing I can do. They haven't sent me any threats or anything. They just keep increasingly contacting me and being weird. I block them every time I see them, and they still make new accounts to do the same thing or spy on me or something. Take screenshots and start collecting evidence, just in case they do start threatening though. I do have some screenshots, but in the moment I always forget to take them and just block them instead. I need to get better at that. Oh, this is so annoying. It sucks because it's like you're combining, we're not doing shit. At least I'm not doing shit. I'm so sorry this is happening to you. I think the only thing you can do is wait for them to give up. These sound like awful people that don't have anything better to do. It might be worth taking a break from social media if you can, but I understand if that's not viable. Thank you. I do plan on taking a break to an extent. I still have to use social media for business, but my anxiety wants me to check every platform every couple of seconds to make sure they haven't replied a ton on everything again.
I know I'm jumping in a lot, but again, I feel like this needs mentioning. It feels weird and odd because it's clear, at least by how she is wording this, it's clear that this seems to be aimed towards me. At first, I originally thought she was, quote, confused and was combining situations that I nor my side of social media was involved in. She makes interesting points like how apparently 2 more people tried to contact her, when literally in reality, I tried contacting her once and that was it. No one that I am aware of, under my behalf, tried to contact her. If so, that is cringe, and I obviously wouldn't condone that. It sucks because I would never know, and clearly there were other people screwing with her, it seems. And adding all that on top, viewing it from her perspective, it just sucks because now she's pinning this all down on me. I don't know if my explanation did it justice at all, or if it just led into more confusion, but it really does just make my brain melt.
That was a lot to take in, and I will certainly put my input on this later on in just a moment, but let's rewind back a little bit. So as we recall of her question that she posted publicly on Twitter, now one of my friends stumbled upon this tweet during this whole uproar, but not because they were mentioned or I asked them to, but rather, believe it or not, it appeared on their timeline. Siege responded, end quote. One suggestion that I should make that is probably useful is actually talking to the person. Because if you're feeling uncomfortable towards someone, especially over the internet, that person would most likely not know that. It's hard to convey emotion via text, so explaining and talking to them is the most reasonable I think would be. I guess we can use that one person that you said you blocked. You claim that this person came back somehow and messaged you, either on a different platform or etc. And you say, don't do this. Well, if it's coming from someone that has no idea why you blocked them, then it shouldn't be too threatening or far-fetched to handle, since it would seem like you blocked them for completely no reason. How would they know that you're uncomfortable? There would be no way of them knowing unless you take them aside or talk to them saying, hey, what you're doing action is making me a bit uncomfortable. Could you please stop or something? There's always a way to reason with things and be able to take care of it without any bad blood. Yes, you are allowed to feel uncomfortable and block people, but blocking people without any indication of context would leave the other party confused and would like an explanation. And I don't owe you an explanation as to why. Well, it definitely will help if you explain why. I just say whoever the people you blocked or whatever happened, I just say to try and find a solution to where both parties don't have bad blood against each other. Find a solution to where both of you guys are neutral and not against or uncomfortable towards each other. I think that's a lot better than blocking someone that makes you feel uncomfortable and will always be uncomfortable of that person. Find a solution is all I gotta say. You'd be surprised. Sometimes the people you meet that might make you uncomfortable may have the same interests that you do, so I'd say just try to talk it through and find a solution to where there is no bad blood. I may sound like a broken record, but give it a try, that's all. Now, this is obviously an old tweet, and I get what she's trying to say, but I think the delivery could be a bit better. She's going based off of nothing right now, since she wasn't aware about this whole citation to begin with. Agree or disagree, I don't really care. This was clearly a while ago, and she just dealt with stupid people before. I don't need to name names, but she has. So by the offsite, she wanted to try and suggest having a more civil dialogue rather than having an emotional turmoil. Now Zombeanie saw this and did not like this response. Right, so from looking at your profile for 2 seconds, clearly you're friends with one of the people making me extremely uncomfortable. In what world do you think that quote retweeted my tweet, making a thread, and suggesting an explanation as to why I blocked someone is okay? It's insanely creepy. I told your friend to leave me alone and stop contacting me, and clearly there's a reason why. Reasons like this. This is not okay, and I don't appreciate him and all of your guys' friends contacting me on every platform. I don't owe you anything. Move on. Jesus Christ. That was a handful. We'll address her response in a moment. Here's what Siege had to say to this. I have no idea who the fuck you are talking about. You literally judged my Twitter page for literally 2 seconds and automatically made the assumption that I'm apparently friends with someone you don't like. Why don't you learn to move on, because clearly you can't do that. All I tried to do was suggest something towards you. I saw that a few people, i.e. Fire Gamer and James Charles, follows you. So unless you're apparently talking about those people, then that doesn't make any sense. Just because I'm apparently friends with someone you dislike doesn't mean I'm equally as bad as them. Learn to grow up and stop assuming shit, cause you clearly don't know how to handle this. Literally the mentality of a toddler. Also, by the way, a bit of an interesting side note is the fact that Siege's response is not okay, but yet this fucking response, which is almost close verbatim to what Siege has suggested, is completely fine. What? Like, it literally have the same brackets action in it. They literally said that they would, want to pull them aside or want to talk about it, explain why it's bad, saying, hey, what you are doing, action, is bad, and here's why. But yet, this one's okay. But Siege's isn't? What the fuck? She saw and noticed that people like Fire Gamer, who were both mutuals at the time, that being Fire and Siege used to be. And so when Siege saw this tweet appear on her timeline, she thought she'd try to be helpful, because Siege has dealt with a lot of stupid people before. Not saying that Siege thought Beanie was stupid, but people tend to overreact a lot. Siege had zero clue about any of the drama, so when I noticed this tweet on my timeline, I DM'd her saying that she doesn't like me. She still thinks that's stupid, by the way. Now, let's address the tweet that Beanie made to Siege. Right, so from looking at your profile for 2 seconds, clearly you're friends with one of the people making me extremely uncomfortable. In what world do you think that quote retweeting my tweet, making a thread, and suggesting an explanation as to why I block someone is okay? Okay, so if we were to completely ignore the fact that she judged her for 2 seconds, and not an ounce of research because I don't think she properly knows how, I think she's forgetting one thing. In what world do you think that quote retweeting my tweet, making a thread, and suggesting an explanation as to why I block someone is okay? Now, I don't know if you forgot, but you fucking asked. Siege quote tweeted an answer to a tweet in which you asked, and I quote, fellow women and trans/non-binary individuals, have any of you found a way to let men know that their actions/words are making you uncomfortable without sounding rude or like a bitch? Or are you a man? How would you like to be told that you're making someone uncomfortable? So, for you to say, in what world do you think that quote retweeting is okay? Dumbass, you asked the fucking question. You were the one that prompted that. Now I see some of you guys arguing, oh, but it was aimed towards her audience. First off, she clearly didn't state that. No, she doesn't necessarily have to. She doesn't necessarily have to state it, but she didn't. I know she's going to try and make that argument, which is stupid. Second off, it's public. Anyone can respond to it. Siege saw it, noticed that 2 people that she knows followed you, and decided to bring some of her own advice. Something you clearly asked for. And not a single neuron on your brain had the thought of maybe, just maybe, she had zero clue. You just saw that her and I were friends and immediately disregard everything she had to say. Sure, you can maybe make wiggle room and scoff it up as paranoia, but despite that, I know a lot of followers that were following Siege also followed you. I'm surprised you chucked that out the window. Maybe even purposely. I don't know. I don't know. Just very interesting to me to know that, like, hey, your followers may have also followed her. And I know that too. Like, did you just forget all that other stuff? Like, I don't know. Let's continue. It's insanely creepy. I told your friend to leave me alone and stop contacting me. And clearly there's a reason why. Reasons like this. This is not okay. And I don't appreciate him and all of your guys' friends contacting me on every platform. I don't owe you anything. Move on. Bold statement you are saying here, and I will explain. First off, you blocked my main account before I was able to even contact you. And once I was willing to actually message you, wanting to squash the beef and or misconceptions, you proceeded to decline and throw a hissy fit onto Twitter, which we will discuss in a bit, and refused to actually talk it out. I had no idea that apparently I was making you uncomfortable. I've never spoken to you before. The only tweets I made to you was this, that you hearted, and this, because for some reason I was unblocked, and then you reblocked me when trying to DM you on Twitter from the reason earlier. The part where you said, quote, I told your friend to leave me alone is somewhat true. in a sense that she did say to me within this Discord DM, but you're kind of phrasing this as if I'm constantly making accounts to try and get in contact with you, which isn't true. I was told that you were talking about me in a bad light. You had blocked me before I could even ask you about it. And when I did find an opportunity to contact you, you treat it as if I've been attempting to make multiple accounts to get a hold of you, when in reality, I literally had only did it once and never again. You continued, however, to still badmouth me. I'm getting a little sidetracked here, so let's continue. And clearly there's a reason why, which you haven't listed to me or anyone, other than I make you uncomfortable. Reasons like this is not okay, and I don't appreciate him and all of your guys' friends contacting me on every platform. I don't owe you anything, move on. So this is where things get a little confusing to me a little. I can talk for myself here, and that is it. I haven't been trying to get in contact with you on every platform. I figured that since I'm blocked on Twitter, I'm probably blocked everywhere else. I didn't go and check, and as stated, who knows how many times at this point, Discord was the only time I went to another platform to try and contact you, because by that point, you were still badmouthing me. It's funny because you tell Siege and the rest of us to move on, yet you aren't doing that yourself. You were the one that started this. I also have told my friends that tuned into my midnight streams to not contact you, even though they weren't. I have zero clue if you're still meshing my friends and I into this Discord raid that we weren't a part of, but it's annoying and creates confusion. And sure, I'll make this PSA. If by the off chance, whatever reason, it is my audience, you guys know that I never support nor condone this kind of behavior. If it is my audience, I genuinely would be disappointed. And they know that. Unless it was like someone like impersonating, then that would be absolutely awful if they were impersonating us, going to Beanie. That would be a whole can of worms that I'd be genuinely pissed off. I should probably set this clear, if I haven't already. The midnight streams, well, yes, were aimed at the YTP that was revolving around you. I had made it clear multiple times to not harass you, even when I would be live reacting to your live streams, because there were somehow 3 occasions where we were both live at the same time, one of which I didn't even bother watching. The first 2 times, I don't remember. It wasn't a lot, and it wasn't even for that long either. Purely coincidental, by the way. I still could not believe that. I made sure my audience didn't harass you or say anything negative to you. And as a matter of fact, all of them were chatting on my stream chat and not yours. And keep in mind, I was told this information by your former viewers and former friends. And no, not just from the Ratteries, because I know you have a hate boner for her, from other friends too. Matter of fact, some of them have came out and indirectly tweeted about you. Don't know if the person I'm intending to see this will see this in the sea of tweets today, but I'm sorry that me dating your ex and being happy made you decide we could no longer be friends and that I'm a bad person. I literally have never wished you ill, and I don't get how my happiness with someone you're no longer invested in could have made a negative impact on our friendship. My DMs are open here, Insta, Discord, if you want to talk. Otherwise, if you wish not to, I wish you inner peace, happiness in life, and success with your company. I'm starting to see a bit of a pattern that you seem to follow here. I mean, knowing the context, that is a bit awkward, a bit weird, but also they do have a bit of a point. I say bit because we don't know the other the other person, you know what I'm saying. Or maybe you don't. Jesus Christ. The point I'm trying to get here is that they just will forever. Point is guilt by association, but like still, it's someone may argue it being different. Jesus Christ. So as we're on the topic of your former friends, I had found out that a vast majority of people who were in the Bedrock scene that you either know, friends with, or work with have all blocked me. There was a whole list that was made. Individuals that you knew in the Bedrock scene that had blocked me. I've never interacted with any of these people, and I don't even know them. Luckily, now I have been unblocked by a vast majority of these people, and a couple of which they've reached out to me. The Ratteries at the time had reached out to a good handful of people, and a lot of them didn't even remember anymore as to why they blocked me. A couple of them were told to block me because of a false narrative they were given, but a handful of them only did it just because they were told. And these were like big people in the Minecraft Bedrock scene, some of which were even part of the higher-ups working at Mojang, which is quite weird to think about. That is primarily because it got spread by a game of telephone. Luckily, it did get resolved, but just the fact that it happened is what surprises me. It's important for me to say this. After this conversation took place, I haven't tried to contact you at all afterwards. I simply did move on. I say this because I find it ironic how you told Siege for us to move on, Yet, after this exchange we had, you continue to talk about me and my friend group for months on end. I haven't said anything to you publicly, not even indirectly. Every now and then, whenever I would stream that isn't even a part nor related to the YTP, people would tell me that you are mentioning about the drama. Why? We aren't doing anything to you. Like I said, I made it very clear to my audience to not attack you. At the very beginning, or at first, sure, maybe clowning on you. What I can say is that the Discord raid was not us. I feel like I gotta keep reminding you that because you seem to mention it more frequently than not. I know I may sound like a broken record, but you've been constantly playing a broken record. I would be disappointed as hell if I found out they were saying deplorable shit. I think the most I've witnessed was your comment section being spammed with bruh, which is quite a bruh moment. But you wanna know what isn't a bruh moment? One may say, what the fuck is actually wrong with you? We'll get back to the whole powerhouse controlling freak in a moment, but this is where things start to get stupid. The sad thing about this is that I had no knowledge about this. A few people have brought this up to me. Even my closest friends brought it up to me. Pretty much a mixture of different people. So let me bring this to the table and try to make sense of all this. I'll try my best to put my input until the end. Apparently, there was a video that was uploaded onto Zombeanie's channel titled, quote, Content Annihilation. Randy Lynn is the most disrespected YouTuber. Now, I haven't seen this video. I had no idea it even existed. It clearly was a short-lived party because it was deleted. One of my friends, Shaky, got involved in this video somehow, alongside a couple of my other friends, which was very weird to me. But let's continue. And how I knew about this was because Shaky got a message from someone that allegedly watched the video. I say allegedly, but that's gonna change and I'll explain again in a bit. A user that will be anonymous told Shaky on what the video contained from what he remembers. And here's the TLDR. Beanie accuses me of being disrespectful, using a 2019 clip out of context to claim I insulted her. She mocks my appearance, criticizes my editing, and claims her Minecraft skins are more effort than my videos. Beanie then attacks Shaky, accusing them of, quote, using her and siding with the others she dislikes. She insults Shaky's content and calls them my yes men. Lastly, she contradicts herself by accusing me of being self-centered while bragging about being better than me. It's all seen as hypocritical and nonsensical. Another user who saw the video claims that Beanie mentioned not only Shaky but also the Ratteries as well, claiming that she causes a scene in how I clickbait. Alright then, how dare I? Clickbait. One last user explained how apparently Beanie and the Ratteries weren't friends, but she only said they were friends just to make her not feel bad. Now, why would you say that? That just makes you look even worse. Kind of on brand for her to do anyways. This is getting really weird. So apparently there was this video that Zombeanie uploaded where she basically claims how I am a disrespectful YouTuber. Somehow. What? During this whole fiasco, the Ratteries and I, at the time, went to do something. A bit of investigative journalism. Now, it's no surprise and no point of denying that she 100% talks about the drama behind the scenes, or behind my back. I decided to do the definition of insanity. I tried one last attempt to watch one of her streams, to essentially see her unnecessarily and unpromptly talk about me, because she has talked about the drama unpromptly. I was curious and thought I would give it another go. This time during my free time and not whenever I was doing a live stream or whatever. This was a short-lived party because Twitch's user interface is so obnoxious and horrible. Also, the fact that literally nothing was happening and was not entertaining. We also got introduced to a whole new character, Walker Newton, a guy that let himself go is Beanie's partner in crime. I've also never interacted with him, and I am also blocked. He was also streaming with Beanie. Bit of a fun fact for you. Unfortunately, me watching the stream would somehow, unintentionally, soon end up being the death of me. Once Shaky got this information, he was rightfully pissed off. Apparently Newton and Shaky had some history, so this wasn't their first rodeo. They know each other because they both participate in organized UHC events, which suddenly makes sense as why Beanie uploads UHC content too. According to Shaky and others in the UHC scene, Walker Newton isn't really the kindest, apparently. I guess it's just depending who you ask. I'm really not a part of the UHC Minecraft scene. so he is also a bit of a mischief in other categories. LOL. Despite all of that, Shaky decided to confront Walker Newton about all this. Reasons being, the only line of communication to get to Beanie from Shaky's perspective is contacting Walker, because they literally work together, or work off each other. Of course, Walker took part in this somehow. These two clearly have a history together, and so it is pretty much on them too. Shaky decided to confront Walker through Twitch chat because they weren't mutuals on Discord. Shaky was reasonably upset. I mean, think about it. You're giving information that someone is shit-talking about you because you are friends with someone that another person doesn't like, and is constantly now getting dragged into unnecessary drama that you aren't even a part of. So it's not unreasonable for Shaky to be quite upset about this, especially without him knowing, and especially when finding out that this has been going on behind his back for a while. So Shaky confronts Walker Newton on Twitch. Walker apparently has no idea what he's talking about, and he bans him. His moderators ban him. Apparently Walker doesn't know about this, since Walker then starts bringing this up and talking about this to Bowfish, another person who is not involved in the drama, by the way. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, you and whoever your friends are harassing and spreading rumors against Walker Newton. No idea what this means if you have any idea. Who's spreading rumors? I haven't been involved in this shit. I was dragged into it. I have no idea. I'm just asking you. That's why I contacted Walker, but Randy hasn't said shit. They literally are the ones spreading rumors about us. All because Randy is friends with the Ratteries. Just to clarify, when Shaky says they literally are the ones spreading rumors about us, he's specifically talking about Beanie and her posses. Yeah, so this pretty much confirms that they do talk about us behind the scenes and behind our backs without our knowledge. Shaky, now even more upset because now Bowfish is involved with something that he shouldn't, proves that they talk behind closed doors. What? Eventually, Shaky was able to talk to Walker Newton, and Shaky proceeded to chat in a more calmer manner. Hello, so when you stop streaming, can we talk about what you've been saying about me and why you are shit-talking me behind my back? That's all. Can I help you? I mean, I don't talk about you, so I'm clueless, but alright. Don't be dumb when I call you out on stream. I know you've been shit-talking about me. A whole video was made, and I want to know why the fuck you talking shit. I done nothing to you or Zombeanie, and I get shit-talked because I'm friends with someone. Huh? What video? Can you link me this video? Yes. Was removed, of course, which is dumb. Because I don't like when people spread false information about my friends and then talk shit about me because I'm friends with them. Walker, I don't know what I did to you, but all I want to know is why you shit-talking me. Be a man. Come on. I can confirm to you that no Zombeanie video was uploaded on that day, Lamau. Okay, well, I know you are friends with her, and I know about the drama about Randy Lynn and his, quote, friends. I was mentioned being shit-talked because I was friends with him, and apparently you've been talking the shit. I know you are streaming, but why are you hiding from your wrongs? Or is it someone else shit-talking me named Walker Newton? I'm gonna be really honest. The only thing I have said about you is about what Navid and Chris told me about the... What the fuck? Is that a UHC event? Celestial? Am I getting that right? I don't know. And why you aren't in our recorded rounds, lol. And you already know this. Okay, so it is about a UHC event. If there was a, quote, video that existed, there would be a negative watch time. As you can see, there's not. Also, in case you're curious, I already let Bowfish know about this whole situation, and I showed him how you acted on my Twitch chat versus contacting me directly. Why? Like, why? Beanie isn't doing anything, and I really have no clue what you're talking about. I work for her company, and if Pewdiebird and Denny keep it up, I will serve them with cease and desist paperwork. Only reason I went to your Twitch is because I didn't have contact with you. And once their parents get involved, then they can deal with it. And I saw Pewdiebird in my Twitch chat too, so I can figure that's where you got it from. What? I never got it from him. I work with Beanie every single day, and all she does is make skins and operate her business. She blocked them and then let them go. I searched you up on everything as I was informed from someone else that you've been shit-talking me. Okay, I get that, but the video? That video does not exist. Did you actually watch it? Because I can literally confirm to you that video does not exist. Someone told me they did 2 days ago and told me everything in the video. It was deleted. That's why it doesn't exist, and that's why I want to talk to you about it, because I was mentioned for no reason and got put into this shit situation. Frankly, I gave you proof that the video does not exist. There's no outward proof of anything, and you came into my chat calling me a pussy instead of just saying DM me, which is why I alerted Bowfish of what you were saying as someone that is going to attack another UHC organizer. I literally managed the entire channel, and that video does not exist. I even showed you the analytic chart showing you that the video was never uploaded and thus deleted. You got duped with inspect element. Okay, it was a heated moment. I say not so kind stuff when I'm angry, as I got mentioned in this pointless drama and that I was being shit-talked. So sorry I acted the way I did. Just didn't know your Discord, so just went to your Twitch as I saw you were live. Also, I just want to know why you mentioned Bowfish when he doesn't need to know about pointless drama like this outside the community. Because I have no fucking clue what you were on about when you were calling me a pussy. I thought it was some UHC shit. What? No, I'm sorry, I'm gonna interfere here. No, you did not think it was some UHC shit, because clearly in this conversation, he is really, like, he is pretty much aware. Like, you told Bowfish, like, no, you clearly talked, you knew. Bowfish literally says, apparently from what I'm hearing, you and whoever your friends are harassing Spring Rose. Yeah, no, Walker Newton, you knew what Shaky was talking about. Because how would Bowfish know? I'm just pointing it out there. Sorry, let's continue on. I'll try my best to explain later. I get he is a UHC owner, but I don't think he needs to know about it because I said some words on Twitch that he isn't involved with. I called you that because you were hiding and deleting my messages. I apologize for that. I am just heated tonight from being brought into this drama for no reason. I wasn't hiding. My mods deleted that. Dude, these people have been targeting Beanie and thus myself for months. No, but okay. I don't know who, quote, these people are, I heard. I don't even know who Randy Lint is. I don't need to make a video on anyone. Dude, I work and pay rent. That's it. I don't care if you're heated or not. My mods are gonna delete you if you act hostile or like a bitch. Frankly, you need to go back to the person that dropped you that link and tell them to get fucked. Okay, I just wanted to clear everything up because it's dumb. I don't know why you brought Bowfish in this situation when we could have just talked and cleared everything up like we were going to. Again, for the third time, I brought Bowfish into this because you were being rude in my chat and not accepting my Discord friend request because, again, with zero context, you came to my Twitch chat calling me a pussy, which is uncalled for, again, as a UHC organizer. This argument would make sense, but that clearly just isn't the case because you clearly told Bowfish about the drama. Walker Newton clearly messaged Bowfish about the drama. If you literally just messaged him just like, oh, I don't know why he fucking said this to me or whatever, then, like, fair game, but clearly... And like I'm not going insane. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, literally, Bowfish, like, I have no idea. I'm just asking you. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, you and whoever your friends are harassing and spreading rumors against Walker. Like, if your primary, like, reason was messaging Bowfish because he was acting hostile, it would have just been, why are you acting hostile in his chat? But clearly, that's not the case. Clearly, you knew. You knew exactly what Shake was talking about, which is very sus in my opinion. Okay, you pretty much sent it afterwards, like 5 minutes later. Have a good night, and thank you for talking and being truthful, I guess. I don't know if this is still going on, but if it is, don't bring me into this just because I'm friends with people. Okay, like I had a choice in you being dragged in. I think the fact you couldn't even contact me, that I would have no reason to even think about talking about you in any capacity. Brother in Christ, you guys weren't even friends. What the fuck are you talking about? What a train wreck. What a train wreck that was. Okay, let's pinpoint some stuff. Multiple people were saying there was a video. The watch time you displayed could be any time frame, since the top is cut off. The only thing we're able to see is the very slimmer of the bottom. Why are you bringing Bowfish involved? Bowfish has literally nothing to do with this. I know that's your whole shtick, is getting random people involved for no reason, but why? Even after Zombeanie blocked me, she continuously indirectly tweeted about me and or my friend group, even treating people who are unaware like shit, and would bash anyone who is remotely friends of me or even knows me. So saying that she blocked them and let them go is complete bullshit. If it was inspect elements, then why the hell are there people saying it existed? Let's touch base on that later. I had no idea you fucking existed. You pretty much self-inserted yourself into this drama. Probably Beanie got you involved, one of the two. And the cease and desist. We'll get back to that one. Wow, this whole interaction is fucking weird. You see why I said me watching the live stream would have been the death of me? Okay, maybe a bit overdramatic. Let's talk about the video. I sadly didn't get a chance to see the video. I didn't even know it existed. Different people sent us this information regarding the video. People through Discord that I would say are quite reliable, and even at one point during my stream chat. Sure, it wasn't a whole heap of people, and I should have mentioned that some people reached out to me about this were people that didn't watch my channel, nor did I really know about them. And they certainly weren't friends of the Ratteries, but they did know her. Thought I'd keep that in mind. But let's humor the idea really quick. Let's say that this video never did exist. There's still a link to the video, and when you try and go to said link, it's now conveniently taken down. Hell, there's even a deleted tweet with a link, and of course, when clicking on it, it displays and shows that the tweet is now deleted. It's now a he said, she said ordeal. Is it you that also organizes the channel, but is also known for lying and talking about us in a negative light behind our back? Or is it the viewers? Well, sure, they don't have access or the insides know-how of the channel or behind the scenes of everything. They certainly aren't wrong when it comes to shit you guys have been saying or been doing. It also doesn't dismiss the countless other times where you have started shit and have continued this relentless drama, even after blocking me and refusing to clarify and clear things out. It's a bit interesting how you have zero clue who Randy Lint is, but who Pewdiebird is, which makes me believe, from what I said way earlier, that they think that Randy Lint and Pewdiebird are two different people. And no, Shaky did not get this information from me. I had zero clue this was even happening. In this case, I had zero clue the video even was created. You guys are really good at one thing, and that's assuming shit. Assuming shit only makes an ass out of you and me, but also, as I know you know, can ruin your reputation. Which, fun fact, Bowfish isn't the only person you told this to. So basically, Shaky is friends with Denny now, and her friends have been harassing Beanie and I. They fabricated this whole story to say that, like, Beanie, me, and, quote, others, like you, I can assume, like, shit-talked him in a video and ran his name through the mud. So he came to my stream chat, calling my friends and I pussies. Sounds like Shaky. I actually told Denny about what Shaky did today, lol. She didn't seem too happy. I wish there was no drama in this world. Lol, Denny already knew. She was one of the people on my viewer list last night, along with her friend Qwerty, or Pewdiebird. And a screenshot of what I assume what Shaky said. Let's see if I can make out what it says. So, someone told me you are shit talking about me behind my back. I would like you to stop being a pussy and talk to me in DMs. And I think that's Shaky's Discord. In my Discord... Oh, is my Discord. Talk in DMs like a real man. And then I don't know what that says. Oh, deleted by, and then whatever the username says. Do it. If that's what it says, then I fucking nailed that shit. Holy mo! I fucking nailed that shit if I was right on that.
I'm jumping in again because clearly I didn't go back to this statement and clarify something really quick. As I had mentioned earlier, I did the definition of insanity and went onto Zombienie's stream during my free time. The objective was to simply see if she or her Twitch chat would bring up any of the drama, either unpromptly or for no reason.
Okay, so they came into my chat and were being gross, and then they came into my Discord and were being gross, and then they disliked and spammed the comments of my latest video and were being gross, and they even sent emails to my business email address.
It is important to note that Denny and I did not, and I will repeat, did not comment or say anything on Beanie's nor Walker Newton's Twitch chat. Matter of fact, as stated, Denny and I were unaware of what Shaky did to Walker's Twitch chat. We had no idea that there was an apparent video created about us. To say that Denny knew was completely false. The only reason why she watched the stream was solely for the reason I explained earlier. I should also mention that when Shaky joined Walker Newton's stream, it was a completely different stream and not the one we were watching. I don't know how to explain this, but like, every time, this whole thing could have been prevented if we could have done the one thing you keep gatekeeping us from. Communication! I don't know anymore. I just thought I'd jump in and clarify on that.
God forbid I watch a fucking stream. First off, no, she didn't fucking know. And neither did I. We weren't the ones fabricating anything. All of us are fucking sick of it. Well, apparently almost all of us. I know I sound like a broken record. Yet again, this whole thing could have been done and situated if any of you guys would have clarified and or just simply stopped. You refuse this connection of communication and hide over a mask of feeling, quote, uncomfortable, when clearly it's simply because of the fact that I am friends with someone you dislike. Is that what's making you uncomfortable? I simply do not understand anymore. The reason why I am showing and displaying this part is because of one interesting thing, something that caught my attention. Quote, I work for her company, and if Pewdiebird and Denny keep it up, I will serve them with cease and desist paperwork. LOL. Really now? For what? First off, the Ratteries hasn't fucking talked to both of you cunts since June of 2019. I don't know how to properly word this, other than you guys refusing to clarify and go to these weird lengths to not want to talk to me. It's almost as if setting the cease and desist is just a way to silence us, and not for the intentions you claim it for. It's not like this is the first time you attempted in damage control. Matter of fact, So some time has passed. Of course, this light had to fucking die. Every time I want to film a fucking video. Well, it's 2024. I have a lot to say. And some I've probably missed. Some I should probably clarify, go back, or even add more. Now is the time. I don't know how much longer I can hold being this Daft Peanut character, but before I even start, this might be my breaking point. Because I got something very interesting in the mail. Now, this is something that's a little bit interesting, and I don't even know where to start. Let me just premise by saying this. The original copy, I don't have anymore. I have a PDF version of it that I printed out just for you guys. The original copy is in somebody else's hands. And I guess it's about time I rip the band-aid straight off. Shit is about to probably get serious here. This camera's fucking dead, so this is just not gonna... So, I think what we're gonna do is rip the band-aid straight off, maybe say my thoughts, and then figure out what to do here. Now, the last time I had filmed this segment here was roughly 2 years ago. I stayed very quiet and couldn't even release this video last year in 2023. I wasn't allowed to. I was told to wait 1 year to finally talk about this, and here we are today. So now let's discuss this. A majority of you guys can probably already guess what it is, and you might be correct. Some of you guys may already know what this is, and you might be correct. Now, I may not be able to say everything on here, and there's certainly some stuff I'm not allowed to say, but oh my god, they actually fucking did it. Let me get a little closer for you guys to see a little bit better. You read that shit right. Where the fuck do I even begin with this? Let's talk about how I got this letter. I think that's fair enough. Fun fact about this. This wasn't assigned towards me. Far from it. This letter was actually delivered to the Ratteries rather than me. The envelope it came in was not your typical standard envelope. And so when upon opening it together, it's a fucking cease and desist letter. Now bear with me. There's some very weird shit with this, and I don't even know where to begin with this. So let me just explain my perspective of things here, because this gets weird. Let's just read a little bit of this, shall we? So likewise, like one does, I lawyered up. So we've chatted for a little bit. I can't explain any details. I can't go too specific on this, but it's really annoying. And they wanted to see this. So likewise, I gave it as a PDF, and I was going to give it to them that way, but I But then it was decided for me to actually give him the envelope and the letter and all that stuff. Because at the very end of the message here, it actually has a real person's name with their phone number attached to it. What was going to happen was they were going to contact this person that was in this like fucking huge cease and desist writing or whatever the fuck, right? And immediately there's some red flags that sparked within this. One of which, it doesn't have my fucking name on it. It fucking says Pewdie Bird on it, in quotes. This was the immediate red flag. And I was like, you know, fucking, I'm still gonna contact someone about this because this is fucked, man. And while quotes like this do exist, it's usually represented in first name, and then the quote, whatever the fuck they go by, or whatever, you know, and then their last name. This doesn't have any of that. It just says Pewdie Bird. That's when I know that despite it being mailed to, or in this case, delivered to the Ratteries, and having her name, you know, on the fucking little bullshit, it has Pewdie Bird on there. So, yeah, no, that's great. That's great. Here's the weird part about all this. When they contacted the person here, why am I showing? You can't even see it. It's going to be blurred out anyway, but whatever. When they contacted this person at the very bottom, you know, this, like, lawyer, whoever the fuck, right? It is a real person, but they had fucking no idea what the hell this was about. Yeah, that's right. This whole thing, they knew nothing about. They weren't aware of it. They certainly didn't write it. And from my understanding, that's a crime. If this isn't an example to silence me, or my friends, or whoever the fuck this was, like, if this just isn't blatant evidence to silence me, I don't know what is. It has been concluded that this is a fake cease and desist letter. Likewise, I know exactly what's going to happen if I said this before, I said this as well, I know exactly what will happen if I dare to bring this up on a video, and that is Zombeanie and her little posses and her friends, or whatever the fuck, are going to 110% deny that they, or like Beanie, or whoever under her behalf sent this. They're just going to completely deny it, saying, nope, we never sent this. And it's quite saddening. It's quite upsetting, you know? Like, I'm not gonna lie, it is genuinely quite upsetting. I think what's just more appalling to me is the fact that, like, this all could have just been avoided if literally we fucking talked and cleared some things up. By going this far, which I know for a fact they're gonna fucking deny, saying that they didn't send this, so fine. You know what? Here's this. If by the off chance, for some fucking weird ass reason, Zombeanie did not send this to me, and it was a prank by one of the Ratteries' friends or whatever the fuck. Because keep in mind, this was delivered to the Ratteries. It was not under my name, but rather to the Ratteries herself. Whoever's friends with her that thought this would be great to, you know, prank us, whatever the fuck, you know, prank her, whoever, which would insinuate that they would have to know that I go by Pewdie Bird or whatever. One, this is not cool. Because guess what? You're throwing Zombeanie under the bus by doing this shit. Of course, that is humoring the idea if it isn't her, which I know that claim might be thrown around. Which, by the way, ironic, would probably, you know, would love to clarify some things if she didn't fucking block me. I know I keep saying that a lot. But why? I will never know if it was actually her or not, you know? If this was not Beanie and someone playing a prank, one, fuck you. Two, this is not cool because you can actually probably get, you know, Beanie in trouble for this. And three, I will find you. Now, honestly, I'm not going to lie. Half of me doesn't think it's actually her that's sending this, and if it was, it's obviously just an empty threat, and she's not actually going to pursue with this, primarily because of the fact numerous of fucking tweets and numerous of fucking times she has always stated how she is not meeting ends and that she's struggling financially. I'm not saying that to diss on her. I'm just saying, why would somebody go out of their entire way to send in a fucking cease and desist letter, right? Something, you know, if this were to pursue into a real court, you know, that costs a lot of fucking money. So it doesn't make sense to me as to why she would want to do that. You know, like you know what I mean? Half of me thinks that this isn't fucking clearly this is done to, like, as a scare tactic, you know, or some, again, really awful prank. I really have no idea. It's been so, I don't care about this drama anymore, and I want to move on. Even if I were to, like, press charges over this, right? it would kill me financially, no matter how apparently easy it may be or it may seem, you know, considering everything. I remember I didn't want to do anything, press charges or whatever the fuck, because it's just a waste of my time. It's a waste of oxygen. It's a waste of her time as well. If you simply had a problem with me, or if you wanted to fucking clarify or discuss something, you could have just went to me instead of fucking silencing me over this dumb bullshit if it is Beanie doing this. And even if it's not, then why would you fucking do this? It makes no sense to me. And on top of all of that, it just would also be a waste of money that I just... It's been years, and why? Fucking why? I'm just annoyed how it had to go this fucking far for some whatever reason. And on top of that, this video had to be postponed again. It was supposed to be uploaded last year of December of 2023. Yet here we are, had to wait one fucking year for me to actually tell the story and release this entire fucking thing because of it. And that's another thing that's pissed me off. It's been so far since I originally filmed this video, it's probably gone to the point where it may seem like as if I'm trying to regurgitate or even try to start something back up again, when that simply isn't the fucking case. I'm particularly annoyed at this, primarily because of the fact that everything that she was saying, everything that she was posting, everything that she was tweeting, or just fucking talking about me, whether she wants to deny it or not, simply just wasn't true, or just would have been very easy to fucking clarify. Sorry, my battery was about to die, so I had to replace it. And the problem about all of this shit is that you had blocked me on all platforms where I couldn't even communicate with you or even clarify some stuff, let alone even ask questions. And of course, the one time that I'm actually able to communicate with you, you proceeded to fucking block me there too. Like, what the fuck do you mean by this? Say this as if I stated something to you that you said something about me or made a claim about me. When you look at the history, I didn't mention any of that sort. Why would you say something as, oh, I never said anything like that? What the fuck are you referring to? Now, albeit my text message that never actually got delivered probably wasn't the best because I was sleep deprived and I was a bit angry and upset, but like, it's a valid point. Why would you say something like this when it was never asked or addressed in any of my questions or any of my statement, like in this chat history? Unless you actually were talking about me behind my back, which you were. Listen, there's no need to hide it. You clearly do have a vendetta against me for whatever the reason is. You can tweet, you can say stuff, you can fucking post shit by saying that you don't, but it's very clear that you do. Yes, you are allowed to block anyone, sure, by all means, but when it goes as far as to make indirect tweets about me and my friends, you know, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, you certainly are blocking me and moving on.
Hi guys, so Editor Randy here. So I feel like I should probably clarify this little piece here because I know some people may make the argument that like, oh well, it's her social media, you know, she can post and tweet whatever she wants, you know, if she wants to make indirect tweets then she can do that, which, alright, cool, fair argument, but you cannot say that like, oh, you've let them go when you're constantly still talking about them. That's the part that just kind of seems a little bit weird and probably hypocritical to some.
Plus, I know you look at not only my tweets, but also the Rattery's tweets at the time, because she can tweet out something like this, and then out of the blue, for no reason, you will then proceed to post something like this. That kind of behavior is kind of familiar. It's almost as if a big YouTuber has done that before. Listen, just admit it. You don't like me? Because I was friends with the Ratteries. You purely hated me because of the fact that I was doing videos, collaborations, and again, friends with the Ratteries. Somebody that you dislike and someone that you clearly decided to befriend. Which, by the way, I think it's really cocky for you to do, to give her this nice little envelope and then a week later proceed to just completely just get rid of her entire life without any sort of communication explaining how you truly felt, which I think is kind of a problem. And even if I were to try to give you the benefit of the doubt, it still doesn't make any sense to me. Let's take that plane ride incident as an example. I have no idea why on earth you would just completely, well, for one, tweet some bullshit like this, which I mean, sure, may have some hint of truth in it, but still, like, hello, your friend was having a panic attack, and the first thing that you decide to do once the plane lands is immediately fucking dip, leaving your friend behind. Why the fuck would you do that? Even if I were to try and play devil's advocate here, if it were being like, oh, I don't know, you had like other friends, like another group you had to meet up with, hello, read the fucking room. Your friend had a fucking panic attack And you didn't do shit about it. Showed zero concern about it. Instead, you made a fucking insensitive tweet about it. Apparently, other people have had some pretty bad experience with you, and apparently it is a habit. And honestly, I don't fucking know you. The only interactions that we had was during Mind Fair of 2019. That is it. And then for some reason, you just decided to just hate me because I was friends with the Ratteries that you had a falling off with, so you thought I was equally as bad, which I think is fucking stupid. Then you proceed to mesh up me and my friends or whoever or whatever the fuck, right? Into this Discord raid that had happened, try to mesh us thinking that we were a part of it when we fucking weren't. Stop fucking lying and saying that you don't have a vendetta when you clearly fucking do. You've been indirectly making tweets about this whole dumb drama, and I put this in quotes because it shouldn't be drama. It honestly would have been fucking very preventable if we were to actually talk and clarify. I know, I keep fucking saying that. I hate having to repeat myself, but it's fucking true. This whole thing just kept on extending it because you kept on continuously dragging it on. You kept on fucking making these like weird nitpicks or like, it's like, I don't know what else to fucking say. You keep on saying these weird incidents that apparently had happened when people were trying to like contact you, you know, like even your work email, which is fucking stupid, by the way. Like, why would you, like, why? I don't fucking get it. Chad, I need a breather, man. I need a breather for this. This is just way too fucking stupid. So it's the morning now. I've now relaxed for a little bit and regained a lot of my thoughts and whatnot, so I guess we can finally finish this off and recap everything for the end of this episode. I'm really just going on a tangent, just completely off script and no notes to begin with, just whatever's going on mentally in my head, which could be for the better or for the worse, since I may not be able to word it correctly or word things that just probably don't make any sense or sophisticated enough to fully understand. I just find it so weird and annoying that it has gone this far to what? Because you don't like me? When I first originally started this video, this episode, I primarily did it because I wanted Zombeanie to take accountability. Whether it was with somebody else or if it was with me, you know, Beanie would always use these tactics of like trying to victimize herself by covering these serious stuff or the stuff that she's doing with serious health problems that she has. And I'm not saying that as a way to, you know, make her feel bad or saying that in a way to like insult her or like anything of that sort. Far from it. It's very clear that she is saying this stuff while also doing shit in the background. Why would you go out of your way to indirectly tweet about me, saying stuff about me in a negative light, and then like fucking 2 hours later tweet about how you're having some sort of mental problem? It's constant, and that's just not healthy. And as my friend had stated before, which I know you don't like hearing advice from anyone affiliated with me in any way, shape, or form, but the person, again, that had stated this advice is not a part of the drama in any way. In fact, how she knows about it is just based off of the public tweets that have been basically spreaded and was basically said. I think you should at least listen to some of that to an extent. I mean, then again, now here we are fucking 4 years later, well, 3 years later, whatever that fucking conversation took place. Who knows? Maybe you have gotten the support you need or the help you need, which it's great. But also another reason why I decided to make this video is primarily because of the fact that you just end up just attacking me for no reason. Whether you want to admit it or not, it's very clear. I mean, your viewers had came into my streams and sometimes my videos basically, you know, saying that you said shit about me or indirectly had been talking about the drama when there was no drama. Even your former friends as well, that's not the Ratteries, because I know for a fact you just think everything is, all the information that's given to me is towards her, which it isn't. Even like your former friends have basically said something or, you know, said that you were talking about my friends and I, or just my channel in general, or in this case, fucking PewDieBird in general, about this whole havoc that had started. You're meshing an incident that we weren't a part of, which I know I keep repeating that, but it's been regurgitated each and every time, and it's been said so many times that I feel like I have to say it so many times just so it can get straight into your skull. It sounds like I'm adding nothing new to the table because of how much the same circulation bullshit has been, you know, regurgitated. Like, honestly, it just feels like this entire fucking episode has just been me repeating myself, which is annoying. And I'm pretty much just using this video for me to just pretty much clarify a lot of the things, even if I did a shit job at it or whatever. And also, you just assumed a lot of shit, you know, you're pointing fingers and whatnot. And it's like, I want to clarify and I want to, you know, correct these, these instances. I honestly know what's going to be happening if I were to upload this video. And that is the fact that I know either Beanie or Beanie's audience or even her, like, or even Beanie's current friends are going to be seeing this, and it's like, I'm just ready for that to happen, and I just need you guys to know before just blindly disagreeing or just blindly going after me, since it seems like that's what some of you guys do. Please note that this is basically everything that's coming from my perspective and me just clearing up some stuff that she's basically been tweeting out. And who knows, maybe somebody will basically say that these tweets aren't even directed towards me, but directed towards somebody else, let's say. And to that argument, I would basically say, well, she's purposely being vague and she's mixing all these different instances together as if it was one. And as Walker Newton said, I mean, Walker Newton is like very close friends with Beanie. I mean, they literally work together. That's already been established. But also the fact that Walker is like deliberately saying that we're the ones doing this whole fiasco when it simply just isn't true. At this point, it's been so long since when I first started this video that it started to just basically feel like I'm starting to lose memory of everything that had been going on because of how fucking far, I just want to let go. I just want this to just, and no, I'm not going to press charges because I think that's fucking stupid. The whole backstory behind this is fucking stupid. It shouldn't go to that. It's a waste of time and energy and fucking waste of money as well. It's just not worth it. And I don't fully understand. There's probably a lot of things I really am missing or just haven't clarified yet. And at this point, I don't even remember because it's been so long. I think my last recording was like 2021 or 2022 or whatever. And I don't even remember half the shit I've even said. It's so annoying. I had to use my notes and like the screenshots that I gathered to try and refresh my memory on a lot of this stuff. Like, goddamn, I didn't know I was up against Illuminati. Listen, I'm so tired and over this. And it's very clear, like, you do have a vendetta against me. You may say you don't, but you clearly do. You were the one that purposely disconnected. You're the one that purposely cut off that connection for us to actually communicate and clarify some stuff. I know, I'm repeating that again, but I have to really harness that in. You continuously talked about me behind my back. You had a lot of your friends and like even like bigger creators were just like not influencers, but just like big people in the Minecraft Bedrock scene just completely just block me just because you told them to. I mean, hell, some people just forgot why they even blocked me. But it's no coincidence whatsoever because there are people that I just never have interacted with, don't even know, or just have never seen their profiles before, and I'm just for some reason blocked. And mind you, this was all from like 2022, so that's like before people started blocking people because they had the verification check next to their name. My work pays for it, so that's why I have it. Before anyone tries to make that argument. So it's like, I'm not quite entirely sure like where to really go off from here other than just like, I really hope this closes the book on everything. Who knows? If you want to clarify some stuff or if you have some concerns, please just like this whole thing could have just been fucking preventable. And if there was stuff happening without my knowledge that you think that is affiliated with me or whatever the fuck, then please fucking reach out or some shit. Like talk to me, like actually talk to me. Try, you know, private message me or whatever, you know? This is not how I wanted things to pan out. And this definitely isn't something that it's just, I will say though, I do find it weirdly suspicious or just a bit weird how the moment that this was sent to me, Beanie's just now gone from the internet or just inactive. I haven't heard from Beanie or her audience or actually, you know what? I realized something. Twitter now allows you to view their profile even if you're blocked. So let's just view their profile. We're doing this live, gamers, to see if anything pops up. Wow. Yeah, no, nothing was posted except for 2023. Oh, what the fuck? Beanie goes by he, they now? I'm not going insane. Before that said they, her. Okay, so now let me premise this. I had no idea I'm now fucking finding this out. Up until this point, all the recordings I've done, I've always referred to Beanie as her, she, her, because of the fact that that's what her bio said. And I didn't know because I was blocked. I'm not purposely misgendering. I should probably fucking premise that and make that clear. Jesus Christ. Well, let's end this off once and for all. I was very vocal, very hectic, and pretty out of character. This is supposed to be a parody of fucking Deaf PETA, if you couldn't tell. To recap everything, to very water this thing down. You proceed to defriend the Ratteries for something completely stupid, in my opinion, and I can't think of any excuse as to why, because the context is that she had a panic attack and you clearly knew. The Ratteries and I then soon became friends, and you proceeded to dislike that and proceeded to just talk shit about me, it seems like. Your audience definitely told me, and certainly your former friends did as well. Clearly this seemed to be a habit because a lot of people just had not really good experiences with you. You proceed to just ignore everything that my friends suggest, even that don't even know about it, all because they're affiliated with me or whatever. The one time I actually viewed and watched your stream to actually see if you would shit talk me ended up being the death of me because fucking Walker Newton thought that we had some mischievous plan by just watching the fucking stream. Then there's this apparent video that was just posted, which I never got a chance to see. There was a deleted tweet as well that, you know, fucking is deleted as well. The fucking video is just so annoying to me. If it isn't fucking real, then it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. Unless it's like one big elaborate prank from like your audience or a former audience or just someone that's like familiar or like connected with you or some way, which would be fucked. Kind of like the fucking like fake cease and desist or whatever. But like you can understand it from my perspective on how I would genuinely think that this is something that you would do. Because literally Walker Newton deliberately said that. So when I get something like that, it's like, did one of Walker's friends that knows the Ratteries fucking did this as a prank or some shit? Or like what the fuck was that all about? I'm supposed to recap this and end this all off. So I'm just gonna end this off here, okay? So I'm just saying this is just from my fucking perspective, and this is something that I was pissed off about and something that I just want to talk about. Fucking hell, you were able to talk about the whole thing, so why can't I? This is from my perspective and clarifying stuff from your tweets and everything else in between to the best of my ability, while also holding you somewhat accountable because you're not in the right. Sure, you can probably criticize me for something, right? Even if I've just debunked some of the stuff or just clarified or just fucking put commentary on some of the stuff that you had mentioned. Man, what the fuck am I saying? Oh my god, I haven't slept yet. It's fucking like 8 in the morning and I haven't slept yet. Can you believe that? That's a lie. I kind of did sleep a little bit, but like it was not the greatest kind of sleep, honestly. I'm so tired. I'll end it off with this. I fucking take a sip. How many times I've said that actually here. I'll join you guys. Cheers. I'm gonna ask kindly here to just not obliterate me if you are a fan, diehard fan of Beanie. That's all I'm saying. Same with like friends or whatever the fuck, right? I know I've been really vocal here, but at this point I don't even remember what the fuck half the things I've said, and that'd probably be the death of me. But if you want to clarify some stuff, please, my fucking like get in contact. We can fucking actually talk, okay? One-on-one. Who knows? Maybe I'll make an update video. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Probably not, since I don't know where the fuck you at or what you're doing. For all I know, you may have just pulled up Fire Gamer, made a new persona. I don't fucking know. I know you don't like him as well. I want this to end. I hope this is the end. And now I'm going to make this the end by finishing this video. Hope you guys enjoy this video. It was a weird one. I may have dementia. One time I said that and someone believed it. It was fucking stupid. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I will catch you guys later. Peace. This tweet may have some truth to it.
Season greetings from my broken heart. I've been pondering of how lonely you are, 'cause this winter it's been a record cold year. I hope you're freezing and fucking miserable there, 'cause I've been drinking a rum spice cider and I keep thinking of all your lies, dear. I know it's your favorite holiday. Merry Christmas, I hope your tree burns down. You're on my shit list, you know I hate you now. Merry Christmas from all our wasted years. Merry Christmas, I hope you spend it alone. I I saw your cease and desist outside my door. I'm sure that it's just a setup for doing much more. You can hide yourself in red and green, but the whole community knows how you're easy. Dipping the internet does not make you in the clear, cause I've been thinking of all your lies, dear. I know it's your favorite holiday.
Yeah, I know it is, and I hope I ruined
Merry
it.
Christmas, I hope your tree burns down. You're on my shit list, you know I hate you now. Merry Christmas from all our wasted years. Merry Christmas, I hope you spend it alone. Do up, 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 do up. I hope you spend it alone.
Sup? Listen, I know this video has been going on for far too long than it should, but I have a special announcement. In light of this weird situation, my friends and I made an album. You heard us correct. It's out live on Faithful Records, coming very, very, very soon. We call ourselves Zombusters. Kinda funny, huh? Yeah, I know what you're thinking. And no, this isn't the Christmas album. Don't get your hopes up. There are 10 tracks, which is nice. There are also tracks around the topics that might get a future meme police. I'm not saying which one. You kind of have to guess. I know this video is probably the weirdest of the bunch, but what else can I say? Be careful what you wish for. I know some of you may be wondering, Randy, if this video is your weirdest, roughest, hardest, and possibly worst video, since despite the challenges this entire thing took, then why did you decide to upload it?